everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Hey, you guys. Happy Sunday. How is everyone doing? I hope you all had a great weekend. I've been wanting to start this little deep dive journey for a while, and I just had to start doing it because I knew that I was never going to actually be able to randomly make time to start this with everything that we are constantly going over and talking about in the Idaho 4 case unless I actually just made myself set a schedule. So from now on until the infinite future, every Sunday at 6:15, we're going to go over some Gypsy Rose stuffs. That's what we're about to do. Again, until the end of forever, because we're going to go over all of it. We're going to go over the interviews, the interrogations, the videos, the text messages, the court stuff, the original news sessions and newscasts that were out there before anybody knew what was going on, and then how everything progressed, the rumors. We're also going to talk about sometimes the more recent in the now dumb shit that's going on with Gypsy Rose, because she is constantly in some drama. She's constantly changing her personality like one with multiple personality psychosis would do. And she's just everywhere. And she's dangerous. She's dangerous because there are a lot of people out there still to this day, even with all of these files out and the years before these files came out, of people showing medical records and showing that she actually did have a microdeletion disorder and showing that she actually had all these issues and all these lies. And for some reason, she continues to grow. She continues to be able to grow such a ginormous audience that all of the truth is getting drowned out by all of the yes queens, okay? And it's really just disgusting because so many people are still believing the old narrative about the Munchausens that didn't exist until Christy talked to Gypsy's lawyers and all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. So we're going to start from the beginning, and we're going to start from the very first act that we see when it comes to Gypsy Rose. The very first literal play that she puts on in front of the police. Of course, we're going to end up backtracking into the evidence that was brought out and everything that the Into the Weeds podcast actually FOIA'd, paid for it, put out there. Nothing, as you're going to see in the description box written out and in the video that we go over, nothing belongs to Gypsy. Gypsy has no legal standing to say shit about this video, to strike it for anything, to report it for any sort of privacy, nothing. Nothing. She's got no legal standing to do shit. This was publicly requested and obtained information that was paid for, that is out there to the public, that does not belong to her. It technically belongs to the Into the Weeds podcast, and their link is in the description box. And I also see that they've been in here already today. They gifted 20 memberships. Thank you so much. And also thank you just for being awesome and doing all of this and getting all of this truth out there. There have been a lot of people before this ginormous amount of documents came out that were trying for a long time to tell people just how corrupt Gypsy was and how bullshit everything was. But not a lot of people really opened their eyes until we got to hear it all from Gypsy's own lion ass mouth about literally everything. So while people were on to the bullshit, this has really made it to where even the mainstream people cannot deny it anymore. There are people with millions of followers that are now finally speaking the truth when it comes to this devil woman. I'm just so happy it's finally happening. So we are going to take the time to do this correctly because they put their freaking energy, effort, blood, sweat, tears, everything into getting this information and putting it out there, and it deserves to be thoroughly gone through. So we gonna do that. We're gonna do that until all of it is done. Hey there, Lisa. Hey there, Ice Queen. And again, thank you so much for the gifted memberships Into the Weeds. I very much appreciate that. Hey there, Gina, Static, Amanda. How are you guys doing? Hey there, Lori. We're gonna say hi for about 3 minutes until it hits that 10-minute mark, and then we're gonna pull up the video. I have it split. So what this first one is the Red Couch videos. I believe there's four labeled as discs that Into the Weeds podcast has on their channel, and it's in full not edited. The only thing that it looks like they did was go in and put their like icon in the middle of things just to put their mark on it, which is nothing wrong with that, but that's the only edit that's on there. I went in and took out all of the napping and the thumb twiddling and all of that stuff. So it came out to still be just under 3 hours. So in order for this to not be something that gets like, I guess like stretched out too much, because a lot of these are very long, like especially when we go over Nick's. I cut a lot out of Gypsy's, but I will not be cutting that much out of Nick's, because in Nick's, he is talking to himself and saying a lot of things, whereas Gypsy's not talking to herself. She has no conscience, so she's not freaking out. She's not saying anything. She's not trying to calm herself down. Nick is losing his ever-loving shit. So he is saying all kinds of things. So we're going to listen to the majority of the things that came out in way of Nick for sure. So the napping and all of the extra stuff is out of this. And I'm also splitting it to where we are going to watch it from the very first scene where she's sitting there and she starts playing with that stupid fish pillow, pretending to be this little innocent kid. And, you know, she's flirting with the officer. But as soon as that blue shirted detective walks in and introduces himself to Gypsy and the actual police interview starts, we're ending it for today, and that's where we're going to pick it up next Sunday. So we're going to get to see how she's just like small talking and acting like everything's nice and normal, and like she's just this little innocent girl that plays my little stuffed animal and use my little blankie and drink my apple juice. And then we're going to see how she behaves next week in the interview. So I hope y'all are ready. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen this stuff. It's been definitely worth the watch for some years now. Actually, put a 1 in the chat if you guys have watched any of the Gypsy Rose couch interview stuff, because it's insane. It's absolutely insane how this girl can sit there and just pretend in these cops' faces like she had no idea what was going on when she's the whole mastermind. And for it to be so well known now, and for people to see these videos and still be like making hella excuses, I just don't really quite understand. Hey there, Miss Lindy J. How are you doing? I just don't understand why she has access to the internet. I don't understand why she has access to have a child after the things that she said that she would allow to have happen to her firstborn child. And then it's the same name that she was talking about all the way back then. She's living out just like this sick, sadistic fantasy. And she's finding these simp-ass dudes who are just going to allow it because they know that they can't get anything better than her. And because she's famous, then they have her at this like top tier thing, and they're just like all mental. They're all mental. Ryan's mental. Ken is mental. We know that Nick had issues, but he was definitely used as a tool. And the simple fact that she did this to somebody and manipulated somebody that had autism, and she sat there and she admitted how much she actually orchestrated. I don't know how there wasn't charges for something against a disabled person. You know what I mean? Like there's charges when it comes to taking advantage of people with disabilities. So I don't know how she's just out here. Like I know she spent 8 years, but girl, that's not enough. Like you planned everything. And he shouldn't just be free and walking around, but the fact that he's got the most punishment, and there's so many things that weren't told and so many inconsistencies with things, and even some of the evidence, we're going to definitely be going over the forensic evidence when it comes to the wounds, the amount of wounds, what the reports claim, what the reports say, what they say happened versus what really might have actually happened. There's a lot. And damn, and I don't know why, other than to save the face of a big organization from looking like fools for doing so much for so long for them, just for it to all be a lie. Like there was a reputation that was saved here. Because Gypsy already had a reputation. She had been just known for her issues for years at this point. So she was like a hometown little sweetheart, but not even really hometown because she wasn't even from that area. But she had like a reputation, and I think that they were just trying to save that so that so many other people didn't look like freaking fools. Because again, the Munchausen thing did not come into play here until Christy, little Miss Stepmommy, got a hold of Gypsy's attorneys and started telling all kinds of lies. But they sure didn't give a shit how close Gypsy was to the deathbed all those years while all he was doing was sending a check and not giving a shit. Rod is a big-ass loser. Rod is a loser. Christy is a loser. Can y'all tell that I don't like none of these people? No, they all bullshit. The only one I feel like is not bullshit is the blonde-haired sister. I think she's just trying to like deal with whatever the hell is actually happening right now. And I know there's like a little brother. There's a brother somewhere. A whole lot of them, bro. The whole lot of them. All right, we just gonna we're just gonna start watching this now. She should not be allowed to have the internet. I don't know how we can change that. Like, is there a petition to, like, she's been banned from TikTok. She has like 9 point something million followers. And when it comes to like the social media insanity, conspiracy, she's over on TikTok, all over the place on TikTok, but I follow her over here on YouTube. If you go to TikTok, you'll get it hell of a lot quicker when it comes to the social media stuff, because it's really rare that I'm even going to bother with that kind of drama, even though it's like a big problem because of who she is and who she's manipulating and all the things. But conspiracy, she looks and see what Ryan is doing. She looks at all that stuff and puts it all out here on YouTube. So for like the social media stuff, go to conspiracy. For all of the forensic information and all of the interviews and the real videos and the evidence, definitely go to Into the Weeds podcast. But we are going to start this here. Man, no, not as of today, as far as I understand. There was a situation where she gave it to her little meth friend, and all kinds of stuff happened after claiming that stuff was hacked. Like, I know all the drama. I just don't really give too much shits about like all the social media stuff until it becomes an issue, like her little collab with the girl who had the homeless lady jump into the water, and how she's making like a big joke out of being a mommy murderer. Like, there's just too much going on here. There's way too much going on here. It's absolutely disgusting. But as far as I understand, a few days ago, she lost that TikTok account because she had violations and strikes, and there was like some direct message violations that she's claiming that she had. All the information for that situation is over on Conspiracy's channel. But I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have the account back, because it's like, it just now happened. It might have been fixed, but it's also like a Sunday, so I don't think so. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and start listening to this. And like I said, the only reason why I feel so strongly about this is because she manipulated a whole human to take a whole nother human's life after he begged her several times just to run away instead. And she just said, no, this was the only way it could be. And what really triggered me was listening to a video from 1980 Millennial going over something that the stepdad had written about how he had taken Nick actually down there, and they were all supposed to meet up with Gypsy, and it was all planned, and he spent all kind of money driving down there in their own vehicle and getting a hotel, and she was like totally going along with it. And then she pulled some shit to where the stepdad had to leave, and then Nick ended up by himself. And I'm like, man, she really freaking just manipulated this whole thing, because I'm pretty sure she probably figured that the stepdad would have called her on her bullshit the second that he like met her. Like, he would have sniffed her out. So she played it and let them waste money and do all of the things just to manipulate the situation to get Nick alone after the fact and make it look like it was just a last minute. Oh, this just so happened to happen like this. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. And no, it didn't. So that just kind of triggered me. That really just triggered me right there. Like, we've already been talking about it, but once I was like, we're not doing this. Okay. I'm going to start them all with this clip. I'm going to make sure this clip is edited into the very beginning of all of these, even Nick's, even it doesn't matter whose interview it is. This is going to be at the very beginning of all of them. And I'm eventually going to get a little intro together the same way that I'm working on the Idaho 4 intro, so that plays with all the details while y'all are waiting for these to start. But this is what we starting with every time. Every time.
Now, what I want to ask you is, your mom's passed away, okay, and she's deceased, all right? Now, what I want to ask you, did you have involvement?
I hate her.
Okay.
I hate her.
Hang on, listen to me for just a second, okay?
I hate her. She is sitting there acting like this, knowing damn well that she did everything, including record herself going stabby in the camera so that Nick knew exactly what she wanted her to do. But little Missy's gonna, no, not my mom. No, she can't be. Shut up. Shut up. This is going to play every time, because this is the perfect example of how sadistic and psychotic she is, and how she will lie and she will cry on a freaking demand and not give a single shit. She orchestrated this entire thing, and she's going to sit there and pretend. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This will play at the beginning of every single one. Now let's go to where she's pretending to be little Miss Innocent with her little fish thing. The way that she sits there and like plays with it like she's a little kid makes me sick. And there's just a lot of just her just sitting around doing nothing that I take out of all this.
Staying warm enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay, need any water or anything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, thank you.
I cannot stand this girl. Oh my God. Right? That stupid little voice. Oh, it makes me sick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get on my nerves. And just wait until she starts talking to the cop. Is there a movie theater? What, you think he's going to take you on a date? What you asking for? Ooh. Like, this is dumb, too. She's a whole, like, 20-something years old right here. I didn't remember how old she was right here. Let me look and see how old she was. Like 23, 24. So she was 24 when she took the plea. So she was 23 when she was arrested. 23, 24. Playing with a damn stuffed animal. She's got nothing wrong with her mentally, except being a psychopath. Her micro deletion does not make her have to have like things to comfort herself like somebody with autism would. She doesn't have any sort of anxiety that she's talking about right here. She's just literally trying to put on this I'm a little innocent little girl act. That's all it is.
The package and holding with you?
I did. I brought a suitcase and I brought a backpack.
You brought a suitcase and a backpack. Was there any medications or anything in the suitcase or the backpack?
There was some pain pills that I used for my back, but
were they prescription pain pills?
yes.
What type of prescription pain pills?
I think they're Vicodin. Either Vicodin or naproxen, or the other.
One or the other?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been on those?
I've been on those.
To be like either Vicodin or naproxen, like I don't know. Well, honey, one is gonna lay your ass out, and one of them's like a Motrin. So to sit here after we know that you had like a whole addiction issue, and you're sitting here trying to pretend like you don't know your medications when those are the only ones that you even brought with you because you wanted to be high all the time. See, the play stupid was from the beginning. Like, I don't know how she thought that nothing was ever going to come out. They did everything either online to where it was recorded or like literally created tapes and sent each other tapes. Did they really just like not think any of this was going to come out? It's disgusting. The fantasy world that she's created for herself. That's what I said. That's why I want to go through everything right there. She should not be on social media, and she is a damn predator. Damn straight, she's a predator. She is a predator to the max. You know that she's already like come out and admitted, and everyone that was with her and around her in prison already admitted she hung out with the PDF files. She hung out with the people that had charges against children for some weird freaking reason. But nobody wants to talk about that. It's like a fleeting conversation, and then nobody wants to dip back into that. You were the most comfortable with the freaking the kid diddlers. Like, what is wrong with you? And you have a child that you already have had like this sick, sadistic fantasy about letting things happen to. That you've been hella verbal about. That you had no problem putting on recording like a true freak. And you've got a daughter that one day is going to see that and look at her daddy and be like, what the hell's wrong with you? You let me be around this person? Did you have these thoughts in your head too? You know how many questions Aurora is going to have? The selfishness to bring a child into the world as Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Ugh, you are so stupid. So stupid.
For about 4 months.
4 months? Do you take them every day, or are you just as needed?
Just as needed when my pain.
Okay.
Every day, because I just want to be on them all the time, and I already had an issue.
You mentioned to me with that camera.
I was on some medications, but whenever I left home, I kind of left all my medications behind.
So you're on many more medications?
Right, yeah.
Because originally you only told me you were on the one.
Right, but I only brought the one. Well, I didn't bring any with me except for the pain one.
See, she only took her pain meds. That's more than proof that she knew that she was fine. She only took what she could party with. She only took what she could party with. but she's so sickly and had all these issues. No, she really has microdeletion issues. She walks the way she walks because she actually does have issues. So for her to sit here and pretend, girl, did you think that we weren't going to find the medical history, that eventually it wasn't going to be part of the public record? Girl, we know when you were diagnosed versus when all those damn hospital visits slowed the hell down because people finally figured out what the hell was wrong with you. See, I know what that's like. Most of you guys here know what Ariel has. Okay. So before we found out about her diagnosis, we were told all kinds of crazy shit. There was all kinds of appointments, all kinds of scares, all kinds of she could die right now, all kinds of she has cancers, including leukemia. That was one of the options. But once we found out and everything got settled down, guess what? It went from being once a week to the damn doctor to now she only has to go every 3 months. That's how it works when you finally figure out what's wrong with you and you don't have to continue to go to the hospital. So all this crazy shit about DeeDee, she might have manipulated Habitat for Humanity and used whichever she needed to use to be able to make sure that her and Gypsy were stable. And yes, at the time, Gypsy had issues and still has issues, but all this rest of this shit was made up after DeeDee was no longer here to defend herself. And Christy should be damn ashamed of herself. Christy is the one who started it. We're going to go in on you too, girl.
My house back in Missouri, my mom always kept a full stocked closet of all the medicines that I was on, but I didn't exactly take them with me.
Okay. Do you know what the names of all your medications were?
She knows them. If I can just call her.
Okay, we'll get that all taken care of in a little while.
See
Did
that?
you know, other than the kid?
Asking if she can call her mother. Knowing they left her body nearly decapitated days prior to this before fleeing the state. And she just said that so calm and collectively. Listen to how smooth this is.
Okay. Do you know what the names of all your medications were?
She knows them. If I can just call her.
Okay, we'll get that all taken care of in a little while. Did you know, other than the Capra and this other medication, did you know any of the other ones you were taking?
To be perfectly honest, she always took good care of me, so I never really bothered to ask. I just took my medicine like I was supposed to.
She always took real good care of me. That's another thing that people need to keep in mind in all these interviews. There was no talk of abuse or anything bad when it came to DeeDee. She all she said was that she was overprotective of her and that she took good care of her. Nothing bad about DeeDee came out until Christy got a hold of those attorneys. That's a fact. And there's a paper trail for all that.
All right. Are you doing good right now? You need any water? Or...
Some water would be nice.
Okay, so why don't you step on out here? We'll get you some water. Do you need to use the restroom?
Ugh. She's on my nerves.
That's what you want. Was it?
Or we just start to hold it first.
Mm-hmm. She was done. She was sitting there doing all those damn Frozen videos with her, even being voices behind the camera.
Gypsy Rose, just one more question for you. As far as your seizure medication,
Thank you.
Deputy Gustave Terrier said you haven't taken it since Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how concerned should we be of you? I mean, how many days can you go without taking your seizure medication, or do you think you should be taking it soon?
I haven't had any symptoms of a seizure, but I had one last month, and my doctor increased my medicine. But it's.
I mean, so what's the longest you've ever been with it? I mean, you take it religiously every day, or?
I'm supposed to, but I can miss a few doses without being affected by it.
Okay. Do you kind of know when it's coming on, or?
I know when it's coming on.
Okay.
I can feel me twitching and stuff.
And how you feel like okay now?
I feel okay, sir.
Okay. Well, we'll just pass it on to the medical staff so that we're ready for in case something does happen.
So she's telling them she's supposed to be on her seizure medication every day, but she can go a couple of days without a dose and it be fine. So then what were you going to do the entire time? If y'all had never gotten caught and you'd have just been able to go live your little happy old weird little life, what would you have done? Now, I don't know if this seizure thing that she just said is accurate when it comes to just having the seizure medication dosage upped. I'm pretty sure that these channels have gotten into that information and compared a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, I know they have. They've gone in and compared all kinds of things to catch her in lies, from this to her damn book that she just put out. Okay. How she was able to write a book. How she was able to get money from the documentary things that came out while she was still in jail. Like, they have all the financials for all that shit too. to prove that she was paid, where the money went. Oh my God, there's just so much. Oh my God, there's just so much. 23. She's 23 here, almost 24. Closer to 24. Thank you for the 5, Tara. I appreciate the way you give us a link to the channels you're reacting to. Thanks, saves me a lot of stress. Yeah, down in the description box is the Into the Weeds podcast that did all of this FOIA stuff and paid all the money and has dealt with a lot of shit when it comes to Gypsy and her trying to strike them down and trying to do all kind of crazy stuff. She is really trying to come out here and just hide the truth, which is so pathetic. Because you use it for clout. You sit there with your little TikToks, but you don't want the truth out. Like, girl, just go sit down somewhere because it ain't technically your business what we're going through here because this is your past, right? It shouldn't matter to you. Shouldn't matter to you. Go live your life. Go live your little best life. Shut up. I can't stand Gypsy Rose. I cannot stand Gypsy Rose. Yeah, they have videos out there of doing all the comparisons, the things that she lied about in the book, certain doctor's appointments that she lied about, timelines that she lied about, being in the not having internet and being like locked out in the shed she lied about. Like they went through and dug by the minute to debunk her bullshit. Oh, she makes me sick. Oh my God.
Thank you.
You bet.
She makes me so sick.
Hello, Gypsy. Hi, I'm Lieutenant I brought Nick in, and Nick was just he was concerned about you, so I want to check to make sure you're fine. Looks like you're doing good.
Is he all right?
And he is fine as well. He was very concerned about you, and he wanted to make sure you knew that.
Tell them
So-
I'm okay.
Perfect. That's what I'll do. So
Tell them they're treating me nice.
excellent. I will do that. Yeah, you got the nice couch. You got the nice room. Give you the nice room.
Nice fishy room.
This, there it is. It doubles as a pillow. Rather nice.
Do you see how they're speaking to her like she's a child? Do you see how they're speaking to her like she's a freaking child? Because of the freaking vibe that she's giving out. She's putting on such this little, I'm a little innocent girl that didn't do anything wrong, that they are literally starting to treat her that way. Home dude is really the autistic person that they should be having a little bit more softer of a tone with when they're trying to speak to him. But instead they're doing it to her while she's faking it. He's literally talking to her like she's 10.
Yeah, you got the nice couch. You got the nice room. Give you the nice room.
Nice little couch.
Fishy room.
This, there it is.
Look at my
Doubles
fishy.
as a pillow. Rather nice. All right.
I hate her.
Thank you so
You bet.
much.
I can't stand her. Oh my God. Look at my fishy. Look at my fishy.
Gypsy,
I can't stand her, bro.
I have a question for you. You said you're on other medications. What are you on the other medications? Even though you don't know what they are, what are you on them for?
Well, I have asthma.
Okay.
So I'm on an inhaler. I think it's called Julez.
Juvera?
Julez.
With a D?
D.
Do you know how to spell that?
No, they have a commercial about it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know.
What the hell is I think about what they're for? I'm on Zantac for tummy,
That's indigestion.
GERD, and I guess indigestion or something like that. Upset tummy, I guess.
Stomach issues?
Right.
Now, that inhaler that you're on, is that something that you need to be using every day or as needed?
I think it's every day because I have one that's a constant inhaler that I take every day, and then another one that's a rescue inhaler.
Okay.
But I'm not
What,
sure
do you remember what the rescue?
That she didn't bring with her. In case she had a whole asthma attack. Well, the stress of running away and trying to live this new life after just doing all this crazy shit, none of the stress was going to cause an asthma attack or trigger nothing or none of those things. She was so unbothered by not having her freaking inhaler while she's sitting here telling him how much she needs it every day because she's got all these issues. So why didn't you bring it with you? Why didn't you bring it with you?
Inhaler was
I think
that
it was soap.
Pulmicort?
I think it was
That
soap
part.
Mix.
No, see, this is the part that really annoys me. Doctors are not just going to perform all kinds of surgeries for no reason unless the testing actually shows that there are issues. She has a microdeletion disorder. There's videos about it. Google it yourself. We'll eventually go over all of it here when we get into that part of this case. No, DeeDee was taking her to doctor appointment after doctor's appointment, and there were all these things being done to Gypsy because no one knew what was wrong with her. The medical paper trail shows that as soon as her microdeletion was actually diagnosed, all of the appointments slowed down and it only started focusing on what was needed for her actual diagnosis. Like I just stated, when you have a child or if you are someone who has issues and the doctors can't figure it out, you're going to be heavily going to the doctor a lot more than you normally would, to going to different kinds of doctors and seeing all these different things and trying to figure out all of these things until you figure it out. She really needed the stomach thing. She really had to have work done for her salivary glands, I think is how you say that word, right? Salivary glands. And the teeth thing, that was not something that was done because Gypsy's mom hated her and she wanted to rip her teeth out. Like, that's not how the frick that works. That is not how it works. That is not how it works. The Munchausen thing, again, was not brought up or even talked about until Christy got a hold of Gypshit's lawyers. And they had to come up with a bunch of bullshit, and they fed all of that to Gypsy. Not a damn thing about it ever was said, literally ever. They were also never around. When Christy started running her mouth to the lawyers about all this stuff, they knew from the medical records that it wasn't true. But they also knew that they could get a sweetheart deal with her so that Nick would take the blame, and half the shit that happened, she didn't even have to admit to. That's another reason why this case is bullshit, because there's no way in hell the court system should have allowed this to happen, especially when she can sit there and say, no, it was my entire plan. I stole the weapon with the intention that it was going to be used for this. I paid for him to get down there. He begged me not to do it, said we could run away instead, but I knew this was the only way that this was going to work is by taking her life. We did all of this so that we could live happy and free. She killed her mama to go be with a boy that she didn't even want to be with. She just wanted to use him as a tool. Openly admitting to this dude that she knew that she could walk the entire time, but her mama didn't know. Yeah, that's why those videos that came out are so important, because Gypsy admits to lying about her actual capabilities. So while she's sitting here telling Nick that she can't do all these things and her mom does this and her mom does that, she's also sitting here pretending that she needs that wheelchair and not really telling her mom anything about being able to walk. She's also just freely on the internet and doing all kind of crazy shit while her mom's deteriorating health was causing her to not really see what was really going on top of the fact that Gypsy had already ran away once to some weirdo, lied about how old she was, and then her mama had to sit there and tell him, no, bro, this is actually how old she is and this isn't going to happen. So her mama even had to go save her from a whole predator. And then she gets shot. Her mama gets shot by Gypsy. Gypsy is not no damn little sweet angel. Definitely not. Now, DeeDee had her own issues, and we're not going to sit here and pretend like DeeDee did not have her own issues. But when it comes to the actual truth here, no. Her mama did not cause her to have any unnecessary surgeries because her mama is not a doctor. Her mama cannot force the doctors to do things to her that are not needed. And if the doctors are trying to figure out what was wrong with her, then they're going to do surgeries called exploratory surgeries. They're going to go in and they're going to do different things to try to see if it's going to help or not, to see what they have to take away and then put in. It's a whole team and a whole effort. And it's just like trying to find the right medication for anything. Not that one medication is going to work the same for the next person, and the next person. So everything is trying to figure it out. Everybody's body is different. So all these things were literally trying to figure out what the hell was actually wrong with Gypsy. And lo and behold, she knows she has problems because she tested apparently to make sure that Aurora wasn't going to have the same issues, because it was actually a concern of hers. So she can't pretend that she didn't have problems. But she also can't sit here and pretend like she's innocent either, because we know how much she lied to everybody, including DeeDee. So there's that. So no, her mama did not cause her to have unnecessary surgeries. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Zolpanex? I don't know, it's just kind of trying to steal this.
Zolpanex?
But you take the Duvera inhaler, that's the one you take every day? Is it once a day, twice a day?
It's one puff a day.
One puff a day.
But didn't take it with her. Yeah, the little mousy voice is all bullshit. It's an act.
Okay.
No.
Any other?
People can be born sadistic like this. People can be born sadistic like this. People that start off as little kids doing crazy shit, they're born that way. Some of them don't have any traumas, and just something in their brain is just not wired correctly. Something genetics, something hereditary. It's not always something that's so innocent because of how young it starts. She admits to Nick that she knows for years at that point that she's been able to walk. I don't know exactly the timing that she puts into it, but she does mention a timing to where she knew that she could walk, and she just started walking behind her mama's back a little bit more every single day until her legs got strong enough. That's why she can walk just fine, and her muscles weren't deteriorating because she actually could walk, and she was getting up and walking around. And she damn well tells Nick that she lies to DeeDee and tells her that she can't walk. She's never told her that she could. So in my opinion, the way that I'm being told the story from Gypsy's own damn face, her mama died thinking that she actually really did need to be in that wheelchair for the most part. Or maybe not even really anymore, because she did have to go save her from Dan. So I guess from Dan is when DeeDee realized how much full of shit the Gypsy was. And I don't think that DeeDee could really handle her anymore. And they also know that at that point, like, you're escaping and people are seeing you and knowing that you have like been lying to me about all of this. You're making me look like a damn fool because you've had me thinking this whole time that you couldn't walk and you really needed this wheelchair, where you're out here playing nasty on the internet and meeting all these dudes and doing all this crazy shit and planning all this stuff. And now what are we supposed to do? Yeah, I could see how at that point they would have to be in cahoots to try to hide some shit. But that's the only reason why I think Gypsy in her head felt like she had to actually ixnay DeeDee so that the truth about it being all a lie wouldn't come out. Never mind the fact she just recorded it and sent it to Nick about how she'd been lying the whole time. So that backfired because now everybody knows she's full of shit.
Medical conditions that you have that you're taking medications for, is that pretty much?
That should be it, you know.
Okay. All right.
Asthma and asthma is pretty much the biggest one, and the seizure disorder is the biggest one.
Okay, if
But
you're
didn't
off
take it with
that
you.
Duvera inhaler for more than a day or two, do you start having issues with your breathing?
It depends on what my triggers are, and usually if it's stress, I might have an asthma attack. If it's something like seasonal allergies, I might have an attack. It just kind of depends, but I've been trying to keep calm.
Okay, does the air conditioning help with it?
It does.
Okay, all right, well, that's good to know then.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, you just relax.
Annoying ass. So again, she wasn't worried enough about seizures and asthma to take the shit with her. She only cared about what she could party with. She only cared about having her damn pain meds with her. And killing your mama wasn't stressful enough to trigger an asthma attack. That tells you a lot about her conscience, doesn't it? Says shit tons.
Okay, that's the only real huge.
Remember, I took
Okay.
out all of her napping and all of her sitting around doing nothing.
Deputy Dorn here, community taking care of you.
I'm gonna take you. Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm gonna take you up to the hospital, but I gotta ask you to stand up, please.
So because they don't have her medications and they think that she's going to fall out and have a seizure or an asthma attack at any second, they're going to take her down to the emergency room so that they can get her medications and have them with them at the police department in case something happens.
I'm gonna get you looked at. Can you turn around, put your arms out?
She gets on my nerves.
Immediately. They're grasping for straw, says we are. Hand in
Girl,
on.
Sorry, Russia.
for those of you who don't know, 1980 Millennial commentates. She goes through a lot of this stuff and is on the Into the Weeds podcast quite a bit, going over this information. Her video that she did about the letter or the report that the stepdad wrote about them going down there all together, and then Gypsy pulling some bullshit to where then Nick ended up being down there alone, and all of that shit is really what triggered this. Because I'm like, damn, she really was manipulating every little damn detail down to making it seem like everything was going to work out and be okay. And then it be just a last minute inconvenience that caused Nick's parents, technically a parent of Nick's, to not meet her, to not be around her before she ended up over at his house with them. Because I feel like she just knew that if they got a hold of her beforehand, then they would smell her out and be like, no, No, you're not going to be around my kid no more. We're done. There's something evil with you. There's something wrong. And I think she knew that. So she played the game, and then the bullshit happened, and everything went not according to the plan. And I know she manipulated that shit. She's so disgusting. Disgusting. But they've been busting their asses over there. And I'm telling you, the only other case I listened to, besides trying to figure out everything going on in the case that we cover here, is the stuff going on in the Gypsy Rose bullshit. Like, I listened to an unhealthy amount of Gypsy Rose content. I really freaking do. But it's definitely time. These Sundays are going to be interesting for the next little while.
Off on the road.
She makes me so mad.
Okay.
Girl, yes. Oh my God. I saw that shit on TikTok and it made me angry. It was only like, I don't know, like 15 seconds. But there's a girl and she's in the audience and it literally, her shirt freaking says Gypsy Rose saved my life. And I'm like, what? What? Poor baby. Like, if you really just paid attention to who you were talking about, you'd have burnt that shirt. You'd have burnt it. And then flushed it down the toilet. Because of what? She is influencing a whole bunch of young people to think that she's just this innocent person. And there's already been at least one case that I know of for a fact was inspired by her. And the girl's in jail. It's just pathetic how she just doesn't care what she's doing. It's just gross.
Off on the road.
Oh, there you are. Thank you for the gifted memberships earlier. I saw that when I first came in. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna just put these on a little bit later, but we're gonna walk up.
Here, I tell you what, can you just stay right here? Like, you want to talk to you just for a second?
You want to sit?
Yeah, just take a second here.
I wonder what that little powwow is about.
Gypsy, is it Gypsy Rose? Okay, you want to come with me? We're gonna go get you checked out at the doctor real quick.
Get you back on them meds, okay?
Okay, sound good?
Yep.
Hang on, sir.
Now, all he's going to do is like pick up the bag and like bring it inside.
Or no? Okay.
But I wanted to
All
like
right, I'll take
show
care of
him going through it and looking at it, putting it back down. And then it's going to cut off and it'll come back on after they get back from the hospital. I'm guessing this is like her stuff from maybe like the hotel they were at before. It's like a white trash bag, but then there's like a red bag on the floor over here too. Yeah, the fact that she said some really scary stuff about what she would allow happen to her daughter, that tells me that's the mindset that she is okay with having. It doesn't matter to me that she ended up having a baby with Ken instead of Nick. Same mindset, same person. And Ken being like, oh my God, it wasn't real. You being straight ain't real. So go sit down. He makes me sick. Ooh, he makes me sick. Hey there, Laura. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. I can't believe he's just gonna touch all that stuff. I'd be scared to catch whatever the hell Gypsy's got wrong with her and her damn brain, touching all that stuff. Voodoo trash bag. Did y'all see how Ryan is selling a painting that apparently was Gypsy's that she says is cursed? So he's trying to sell it.
I got a blanket for
Crazy
you.
ass man. Dude, off his rocker. So that's the one I think that sits there the whole time, and they're going to start having conversations about Harry Potter, Cajun food, her lack of education when it comes to Cajuns just in general. I'm going to get heated when she starts running her mouth because she said some off the wall shit.
Did attempt a search opportunity.
You can barely hear what's being said here, so I just left it, even though she's laying down. But this is pretty much the only portion where she's going to be laying down, where it's going to be in here. Hi. Like, who are you, bro?
Okay, understood.
Well, she makes me sick. Yes, like what? Like arranged marriages because of the shrimp boats? Miss ma'am. This is not an arranged marriage type situation. That's just crazy. I've never heard that before in my life. Okay, and I'm related to some Guidries and some Broussards and some Bagerons and some real Cajun shit, and I've never heard that in my life. Never heard that shit in my life. Girl is out of her mind. That's what I said. Like, why does he even have it? I would have kicked that shit out a long time ago.
No, take around 9.
Just around every once in a while. Okay. If she wants something to eat.
And he was a what you call it? A special education teacher, yeah? Yeah, says a lot. I wouldn't trust him to be a teacher. I'm sorry. I don't care. She portrayed herself as a younger person with mental issues and issues, period. And you found her story and the way that she portrayed herself attractive. And he can say whatever he wants, bro. He can say whatever he wants. Oh my God, that's not who I fell in love with. I fell in love with this girl. No. You fell in love with the lore and what she was and what she portrayed and that image. And that image was a minor person with special needs. And you're a special needs teacher. You sick freak. Yeah, I don't know how he can have a freaking platform either. Sorry. Anybody who even remotely looked at Gypsy in a decent way after being convicted of this and all the truth coming out needs their head and their history checked. Let's be so serious.
She ask her if she wants something to eat. I'll detect a live account.
Okay.
Like besides the day, I'll check my comments or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You need to use the restaurant.
No, I'm good. Strandberries would help me out.
It really threw me. Is there any movie theaters around here? Girl, shut the hell up. Oh my God. Oh, you can tell I don't like this girl.
Do you need anything, Gypsy?
I'm getting a little hungry.
And the voice.
Last night.
Okay.
The voice and the vocal fry and the moving of the slowness. Like, everything she does is an act. She does not make a single movement that's natural. She doesn't say a single thing that actually just comes naturally. Everything is a decisive choice that she is making, including this bullshit right here. Watch how she gets up.
I'm getting a little hungry.
Okay.
I know, bro.
Get me some food. Okay.
That part. Ugh. There's some sped up pieces in here, and then they start talking.
Are you gonna need to use the bathroom at all anytime soon?
Probably, sir.
Okay. I can call someone in for you. Oh, she's getting hungry. I don't know. You said last we're gonna get some food. Oh, 5 minutes. Let me try. I think so. Yeah.
Why is all everybody gets in the back?
Okay.
What drives me crazy about the fish is how she like picks it up and plays with it like she's a kid at the beginning.
I don't know
like,
what's
what
on
are
the
you
menu
doing?
tonight, but is there anything particular that you'd like me to try and get yet?
I'm not
You just killed your mom. What do you want for dinner? What? You get a choice? That's crazy.
I don't know what's on the menu tonight, but is there anything particular that you'd like me to try and get yet?
I'm not picky.
Not picky?
Oh.
All right.
But she swears she never really ate like real food, that everything was given to her through a stomach tube, and going to Disney, tasting this for the very first time. Like, girl, what? But just the simple fact she's being asked. Why is she being asked? Why is she being asked what she wants for food? You feed her enough to keep her alive so where she can answer some questions. Give her some bread and some water. Why is she getting a choice here? That's crazy. That's crazy.
They don't have tomatoes.
No tomatoes? Okay, I can help you out with that one.
What time is it for you?
It is almost 8 o'clock.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah, you were out. Nothing wrong with a good nap.
But this guy too, like, I don't know why he continues to just like talk to her, but even he, like, the conversation between them two sounds like he's enjoying it. Like, listen to the inflections, listen to the way he says it, and it tells you how good she is at putting on this, I'm this little innocent mouse. She brings herself inside of herself and makes herself feel small, like look small. The vibe, the aura is small. And that's why these people talk to her like this. It's going to get into a very long conversation about a lot of stupid stuff. Like they're friends that just met on the internet and they're playing, 20 questions to get to know each other. It's disturbing. Yeah, but it's not the guy who ends up talking to her later. So it's just like, why are you being so nice to her and talking to her about Harry Potter and shit? Like, it's just weird.
I did my best.
I'm sorry. This girl, like, she makes me so mad. She makes me so mad.
I know, I heard.
We're good for the
Mm-hmm. And they both should have been.
News about the man that I came here.
They both should have been in the other room. They both should have been in the other rooms where it's not comfortable and she doesn't get to lay down and take a nap and she should have to sit at a table just like Nick. But they just instantly, and I don't know why. I'm going to look into the why here, but I don't know why they instantly thought that she was like an actual victim. Like, I know what the lore was with her because of her conditions that people thought that she had and the way that she portrayed herself. But when it came to like finding the body and like knowing all that stuff, I just don't know why they like instantly didn't treat them both like they were suspects. I mean, obviously they did for a certain portion, but then they also let her sit in here for forever. And it was just like an instant, like, I guess because she's a female. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there must have been something that was posted online maybe, but it was just odd how they instantly like tatted her and had him being like this horrible monster when in reality she's the freaking manipulator and he was just a pawn in her game. So you know how she's feeling right now. You know she's sitting right there and she's like, I got food, I got a blanket, I got this air conditioner, I got this red couch, I can take a nap, people care about me, they're asking about me. Where's Nick? Losing his ever-loving shit, talking to himself in the other room. Losing his damn mind.
we're good for the
Has there been any news about the man that I came here with?
You hear it?
To be honest, I don't know a thing.
Fake ass.
I didn't even know you came here with anyone. That's how little I know.
Yeah.
So,
As I'm originally from Missouri,
okay.
and I came here. My mom kicked me out of the house. She was like, "Well, it's time you grow up." So I got out of my own.
See what she's saying? She's saying that DeeDee kicked her out. That she's where she is with Nick because DeeDee kicked her out. She's trying to make it to where she was already gone before DeeDee was killed so that they can't even look at her as a possible suspect because she wants them to believe she got kicked out and has been living with Nick since way before. She's already playing the I'm going to lie about everything game.
In here, my mom kicked me out of the house. She was like, "Well, it's time you grow up." So I got out of my own. And I called my boyfriend, and he lives in Big Bend. And he came down to Springfield to pick me up. Anyway, we took our home bus, and everything seems fine. Our bus got delayed a little bit, but we got
There's
here
a whole story
okay.
about that too.
And then a couple days went by, perfectly normal. All of a sudden we wake up to a loud knock at the door. They're like, Waukesha County Police, you're under arrest. And well, he's the only one that's under arrest. I'm not really sure why I'm here.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Yeah, there was a shared Facebook account, and Gypsy went in and posted that bee is dead, or that something bee is dead, and like IR'd her daughter, and like all kind of nasty shit got posted on the Facebook page because nobody had realized that DeeDee was gone. Nobody had found her. There was no news. So they triggered it. She triggered it because she wanted her found. She wanted DeeDee found. She triggered it by the Facebook posts. There's so much like, she should not be allowed the internet. She really should not be allowed anywhere near anything that even has internet access.
They took us, and I'm here. And I don't know what's going on with him.
Okay.
I'm a liar.
Sorry, I can try and
It's okay.
for you. I'm sure one of the detectives knows a lot more than I do.
Right. And I think I'm just waiting on someone from the county that I used to live in to come and talk to me.
Okay.
Oh yeah. She created a backup page. I heard something about the backup page a couple of weeks ago. It was during the time that she was pretending to be a Christian and where she wanted to start this like Christian podcast, which like, I don't even think even got off the ground, bro. Like she comes out and she puts on a different face every few weeks. She pretends to be an artist when it's like, you're just taking like a blow dryer and like copying what a bunch of other people are doing online. She pretends to be all these things. And it's really just like, how do you put it? I guess like a front that she's putting on is really like the best way to put it, but she's testing the waters to see what's going to get her the most interaction. She's testing the waters to see what is going to get her the most views, the most money, the most pissed off people, because the hate is what usually ends up driving channels like hers, people like her, into going where she wants. So she's trying to see what works the best. So she goes from being an influencer to pretending to take accountability, to not taking accountability whatsoever, to flip-flopping back and forth again, to she's just full of shit. She's literally just dipping her toe into everything to see what's going to stick, what's going to work for her. There's not a single honest, original part to Gypsy. Everything about her is strategically manipulated because she's got this effed up fantasy in her brain about how she thinks she's entitled to live. You realize this is nothing but selfish entitlement, right? Someone who literally was handed everything that she ever wanted, every trip she ever wanted, every toy she ever wanted, everything she ever wanted, she's been able to get it. And she doesn't care how she does it. She'll kill for it. So the fact that these dumbass men can even close their eyes around her at night, like y'all gotta be just straight up the lowest IQ dumbasses. Survival instincts of a rock. And you got a whole baby in there? What? The things that she's going to be able to manipulate this child into thinking is okay behind the scenes is disgusting to think about. Hella disgusting, disturbing, and all the things. And I don't think that there's any checks happening. I don't know how that works. Like if you're a convicted murderer and you have a kid, there's not somebody coming in and like making sure that you're like not trying to do dumb shit. Because I feel like that's something that should be not allowed. Like, I'm sorry, if you're a convicted murderer, you should have been sanitized, sterilized, and sanitized because you're nasty. All the freaking things before you even came out. You should not be allowed to pop out a kid if you're a convicted murderer. I don't care how that sounds. Something should be put in law there. And that goes both ways. For both genders. You should be sterilized if you have a murder conviction. I don't care what it's for, because unless it's something that is like complete self-defense and the judge is just being completely stupid because they feel like they have to be, and there's proof of that out there, like that one guy that's running for sheriff and won the sheriff thing, I'm all about that. That's fine. I'm all for that kind of shit. But this chick, no, you should not be allowed to have children. You should not be allowed to reproduce because you've got something wrong with you that you're obviously going to Pass on. And we don't need Gypsy Rose number 2. Like, you can't sit there and tell me that she doesn't think, what if she tries to do the same thing to me? What if she gets older and she sees what I did, and then like she hates me because of who I am, and she tries to do the same thing to me? Don't think that that's not probably something on Gypsy's mind, because it should be. It really, really should be.
Coming back to talk about food soon, then you can ask them your questions.
Then I had to go to
All the
hospital
things,
and
bro.
get
All the things.
seizure disorder.
Okay.
That's been kind of knocked
Good.
me.
Busy day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird though. People seeing you in handcuffs, they give you this weird look, and I'm like, do you really think? Like, okay, number one, I didn't kill nobody. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I didn't do nothing. I'm a good girl.
The freaking audacity. I want to cuss so bad. The audacity. The audacity. Girl, you do all them things. And you steal. You do all those things. You did kill somebody. You did do all those things. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird though. People seeing you in handcuffs, they give you this weird look, and I'm like, do you really think? Like, okay, number one, I didn't kill nobody. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I didn't do nothing. I'm a good girl.
That makes me so sick. For real.
They'll get the remix.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to happen. Her daughter is going to be old enough to be on the internet in just a few years. And I know that she's like a year old or whatever. So think about a kid in that generation when it comes to school and internet access. They're going to have access to the internet. There's no way that child is going to start school in a public school and not know who her mama is by week 1 into kindergarten. Okay. This is Louisiana. As far as I understand, they still live in Louisiana. There is no way that child is going to be enrolled into public school and people not know whose child she is, and the rumors not start going around, and then the talk go from the parents to the kids, and then the kids start teasing that little girl about Gypsy Rose being her mama. She is doing nothing but setting that little girl up for a life of ridicule and bullying and harassment, unless they literally seclude her from everyone so that she's not around all of that, because people are going to talk. Did Gypsy care about that whenever she decided to have a baby? No. She only cared about what it was going to make her feel like, what emptiness inside of her it was going to feel. Well, obviously it didn't feel very much, because she's still out here playing faces. She is so full of shit. So yeah, no, her daughter is going to find out very soon. She only has a few years left before her daughter starts hearing things being whispered behind her back when she's in school. Even if you go, look, Louisiana is real big into Catholic school. In the town that I went to high school in Louisiana, we had our high school, and then we had Notre Dame High. And our Catholic high school and our public high school, they played football against each other. We knew everybody back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So she's either going to have to put her in a Catholic school, or she's going to have to keep her in public school or go private, like hella private. Regardless, that little girl's going to know quicker than she wants her to. There's no way they can hide that from her. Her mama's face is on TMZ every day. That's not going to stop, because Gypsy is determined for it not to stop. That's the problem. She's not stopping her bullshit so that her daughter can live a semi-normal life without all of this, so that all the crazy shit can die down. She's putting more fuel on the fire every day, because she only cares about what's good for her mentality and her psychosis and what she's trying to fuel with her freaking narcissism. She doesn't care about her child. You know how many times they've actually shown that girl's face on social media, and it's like some side view stuff, and she constantly says how she's not going to put her on social media, but she's always on social media. She might not be full front face, but we can see what the frick she looks like. So I don't know why she keeps lying. Every damn breath this girl breathes is a lie. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Good news. The female deputy just got here, so you can go to the bathroom.
Oh, stretch my face a little bit.
I didn't want to see her getting up and stretching and all that dumb shit. So here's her food.
Got some food for you.
Hey, we got some food.
Oh, no way.
But
They put her whole face on Ken's live? That's crazy. Mm-mm.
Let me know if you need anything else.
this looks wonderful.
Oh, this peanut butter sandwich looks wonderful. It's wonderful. I saw that on social media. No, Bill, she spent 8 years in jail for all her bullshit, and she's been out running free and living her best life.
Or to get you some water or something too to drink.
She's not even on parole anymore. She's already been off parole for almost a year. No, she got off parole in December. So she was only on parole for a year after she was released from prison. And in that year, she was married, divorced, got back with her ex that left her when she was in jail. Because I don't give a shit what Ken tries to say. He's not straight. You can tell. He don't like that girl. He does not like Gypsy. There has never been a single photo of them together, except maybe like that first 2 days of them being back around each other, where he actually looks like he's got some sort of life behind his eyeballs. He does not look like he even wants to be there. He really just doesn't. And there's no way that she doesn't feel that. But I just don't think she cares. She's putting on a front. It's all a big front because she wants to have this picket fence that she doesn't deserve. She did nothing to deserve that life. This only goes on for a few seconds. I'm not playing a bunch of her unnecessary shit. But after she puts her food up is when they start talking about the movie theaters and the Harry Potter and all the dumb shit. Napping, eating. Girl has no conscience. She knows what they're there for. She knows what could happen at any second. She's got no conscience whatsoever. She's just chilling. Just chilling.
Okay. What are you doing?
Crazy as hell.
Just so you know.
So you just writing a letter to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really wondering if there's a petition that enough people can sign to where a judge can be like, yeah, you're causing too many issues, and this should have already been a stipulation because you use this as a tool.
And there's stuff in there.
Okay.
Bathroom breaks, water, soda, whatever.
He's checking on his dude.
Hey, Gypsy.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
I didn't mean to wake you. Are you comfortable?
Hi.
Okay, we got you some lunch. You hungry or
Got me a sandwich with a hand sandwich of this
was it? Okay, well, if you need any more, we can get you another one.
kind. Has there been any news?
Yes, the people that are coming to talk to you should be here shortly. They're in town, so that's a plus. It's about a 45 minutes to an hour drive from the airport. So as soon as we get them here, we'll direct them to you so we can get this going. Need a soda or anything or
No, sir.
water?
No, sir.
You're
Still
good?
not be comfortable.
You're comfortable?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so I'll let you get back to sleep. You got a little bit of time to get here. All right?
Thank you.
No problem.
That's positive.
That's positive.
Hopefully it won't be too long now.
She really makes me feel like I want to punch her in the throat like that. I just envision myself doing that every time she talks. Obviously I'm not going to, and it's not a threat. It's just what my vision, my brain does when I hear her voice. I just see it. I just see it happening. Jesus Christ. It's just too much. It's just too much.
Can I get you anything?
No, sir. For a while.
Hopefully they'll be here.
This is where the conversations start. I'm pretty sure this is where they start talking about a bunch of random nothing.
Are there any movie theaters nearby?
Movie theaters?
He's like, movie theaters? Like, what kind of random ass shit? Why would you ask me that question? Like, what? That's the first thing that she comes up with to try to start the conversation. Movie theaters? And if you know the case, then the simple fact that she's even asking for a movie theater right now is just crazy. She's very triggering.
Are there any movie theaters nearby?
Movie theaters? Oh, I got a couple. There's one in Waukesha.
And he's telling her where they are. Like,
Don't steal it.
why? I don't understand. On the floor,
I
bro.
really like to see
The bathroom floor.
Jurassic World. That looks good.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I agree.
And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I'm like,
Mm.
move to a place I want to make sure they have a movie theater.
Are ya? Isn't the little Comic-Con or whatever con place that she met Dan at a Star Wars one? Pretty sure it's Star Wars, right?
Cannot miss Star Wars.
No? That's coming out soon, isn't it?
And December 18th.
December? Couple of months. I feel like they've been talking about that for years now.
They have.
That
And for a while it was like rumored, and then they were like, oh, we're canceling it and we're not going to be making them. And I'm like, oh man. And then they decided to go ahead with them. Like, yay.
It's almost here.
Yeah.
A couple more months.
I'm one of those super fans that like read the books,
girl, no
That
one
really
the
cares.
movies, read the comics, all that
Uh-huh.
good stuff.
You used to dress up when you go to the movie too?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
that big of a super
Oh
fan?
yeah.
Yeah?
They used to do
The
midnight
fact that she can have these
premieres, so
conversations
you'd
is
go
gross.
the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And well, they don't do that no more. They usually do a 7 o'clock one now on a Thursday.
I remember I went to the midnight showing of Harry Potter.
Oh, I was there for all of them.
There was a bunch of people dressed up for that one. Yeah. Can't say I was one of them.
Oh. Well, in this past January,
I know. Even the cops are
I got
doing
a
it.
chance to meet some of the cats
You did?
because my mom and I went on vacation to Universal Studios.
Hmm.
Okay, so the Harry Potter land.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She is so good at putting on this little meek. She folds herself. Like, I'm telling you, it's just the way that like my brain is like envisioning it. When she is talking, she's doing everything she can to bring everything that she is inside of herself, to make herself seem as small as possible. She is putting on this character very well. That's why they're talking to her like that. That's why it's so freaking interesting, because it's all an act and the cops are playing along. And I don't know if they're playing along because they know that she's effed up in the head and they know that they have to try to like not make her close down, or if they honestly are buying the shit. Because until the guy in the blue shirt walks in and starts tearing her a new one and telling her that he knows that she's full of shit, she continues this for hours without breaking character once. She wakes up and fakes that Disney princess stretch and, oh my God, every time. It's instantly turned on the second she opens her eyeballs. It's so freaking disgusting. It is so freaking disgusting.
Yes, and it was the Harry Potter Expo. So I got to meet the girl that plays Luna. I got to meet the twins, the Weasley twins,
Really?
Dumbledore, and Hagrid.
Wow. That must have been pretty cool.
It was. The twins are very nice. I mean, they're all very nice. The twins actually fit their personality on the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Basically the same people?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. How was the amusement park as itself? It always looks cool.
See, now he's
It's
interested
very
in the
fun.
conversation.
There are two sections of it. One is at Universal Studios. The other one is at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. But they're right next to each other.
Okay.
And they have the Hogwarts Express that connects the two. So you can ride the Hogwarts Express to one and take it back.
She must be talking, I don't know which ones that she went to, but I know that when we went on my daughter's Make-A-Wish trip down there to the Florida section where Disney and the Universal parks are, that's how it was down there. And when you do your Make-A-Wish trip at Disney, they also give you tickets to go to the Universal parks. So we've seen all the stuff that she's talking about. And just FYI, please do not waste your money taking your kids to Disney. It is an oversized freaking shopping mall. It is a wasting your damn money. And that is coming from a parent and a child who have been in love with Disney for forever. Ariel literally regrets going to Disney for her Make-A-Wish trip. It was a waste. Now, if you want to waste time on a trip, go to Universal because it's freaking way a million times better than Disney. There's actually things to do. There's a lot more noticeable. The Minions are great. The Grinch is great. The Jurassic area is great. The Harry Potter thing is great. Disney is a joke. So I don't know if she's talking about that same one. But all this happened in 2015. And we just hit Ariel's 10-year mark for being sick. So this would have been happening, I guess, like a year or the same year, I guess, that we were dealing with all of Ariel's stuff and experiencing all the things that Gypsy is discussing in this conversation. So it was interesting, like, knowing how some of these things actually went, but then also just seeing how much she just sort of like bragged about the fact that she could just go off and do all these things all the time. And she also just boisters it way too much, which is what really got really annoying to me, because we lived it, we went there, and then for her to just act like it's just like this super great thing to put on that childlike magical front. Like, you're sitting there telling me that at 20 freaking years old and you're getting these trips to Disney, that you're not sitting there and hating every minute of it because it's just an oversized mall with nothing that you can really do, and you have to pretend to be a little 10-year-old the whole time, or else your cover's blown. Like, you can't drink, you can't really eat the food the way that you're supposed to, you can't go on the roller coasters and do things. You have to pretend, you have to play the game the whole time. So what's the point in you going to these places when you've got to put on the game the whole time? That's something else I didn't really quite understand, is how she was just okay to keep on the manipulation on and on and on and on and on, knowing that, like, even in places like that, she couldn't just be normal. She couldn't just be what she actually was. She had to continue to play the child. It's too much. It's too much.
Okay.
And it's a different experience each time you ride it. And they have a bunch of roller coasters. The castle ride is my favorite. It's kind of more, it's like a gliding ride, and it swoops you around, and makes you feel like you're really flying.
Okay.
And the other one is, I think it's shut down right now because it's not working properly, but the Gringotts ride.
Oh, like you're in the underground and everything?
And I don't know if you remember in this was part 7, the 7th movie.
When they break into it?
When they break into it, and they have to kind of like go that spirally thing. Yeah. Well, they have a simulated ride like that, where it's kind of like a roller coaster and kind of simulated at the same time.
Okay.
And that was really good too.
That's cool. I'm sure all their lights and special effects are pretty exciting.
Probably.
And they also have stage acts. So they have like a singer, Celestina Warback from in the books, and she does kind of like jazzy music.
Okay.
Then they have the frog choir, and they sing, and then they have the Tri-Wizard people that come from Durmstrang and Beauxbatons, and they do a demonstration that's really cool.
Oh, really?
So, and there's a lot of merchandise.
I can imagine.
So much.
I can imagine.
All that place
I
is.
bought me a little plush of Dobby.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's awesome.
You know how much those damn things are? When we went 10 years ago and we bought a Star Wars toy for Slade, it was like this plastic one. It was one of the white stormtrooper guys that talked and had like the little gun thing. And we got it from a Disney store, like at Disney. And it was like $65 back in like 2015, 2016 when we went. So I can't even imagine how much the shit is now.
And
with the pillowcase on?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And a lot of people, my mom and I bought the exclusive package, and that gives you one special night that they shut down the parks to where you
The
and
entitlement's crazy.
only the people that bought that package are let in. It's closed off to everyone else.
So it's like the VIP experience.
And they have this special event where they bring food out, and you can go walk around, eat free ice cream, and it's just the whole thing to yourself.
Really? How many people do they give that to? Is it noticeably
I think
less
it's
crowded?
100 packages they
Okay.
sell. And they had a lot of people that didn't get the experience that me and my mom did, because a lot of people were rushing to get the autographs. On the package it said that you get a guaranteed meet and greet. That's actually not true.
Okay.
You have to go to the park, and at 7 o'clock in the morning, they hand out passes.
Okay.
Only one pass to each person to get an autograph. But it's first come, first serve. So there was people lining up at like 3 a.m. to get a pass, and people were climbing over each other and fighting for it and things like this.
Crazy.
But my mom and I just talked to guest relations, and they were able to we made friends with actually one of the people that tell the celebrities like where they have to be, where they have to go and things like that.
Right.
So I guess one of the big important people we made friends with. So it was we got
Hey,
to
that's a
have
good person to make friends with.
yeah.
You guys are smart.
Yeah, we got to spend like 2 hours with them.
Wow, that's really cool.
So and I got to ask all my questions.
Now, is that part true, or was this a Make-A-Wish trip? Because if you go on like a Make-A-Wish trip or something similar to a Make-A-Wish trip, like you get all these perks without having to buddy with anybody. Like you just have a pin and they just let you go do whatever you want to. So I know that a lot of the stuff that she says is not really how the stuff actually went down, even small shit like this. So again, I don't know if this was like a Make-A-Wish trip and all the stuff with her meeting the celebrities and all that stuff was already like planned for her trip, or if they really were just there and she really somehow was able to finagle herself into some last minute situation. You can't trust any situation she talks about. I mean, it's bad. The way that she acts when she's told about DeeDee was just the cherry on top of the bullshit. Like, what are you talking about? Why? How can you seriously sit here and just act like you did not just plan all of this, that all of this stuff didn't happen, and that you are literally clueless? Like, the way that she can pretend the level that this is so bad. Like, I don't even think there's like a measurement for how bad she's able to just fake like things didn't really happen. There is no conscience here. There is no nothing. Nothing. She can even sit there and talk about her mom and it doesn't trigger any sort of reaction or anything because she honestly just doesn't care. It's so sadistic.
And the only thing I can think of was, what's your favorite food?
Really?
Yeah. And Luna's, or her real name, I can't remember her real name offhand. Ivana.
Okay.
Her favorite is breakfast cereal.
Any particular kind of cereal?
She didn't tell me it's a British cereal.
Okay.
And as for the twins, they were actually really hard to tell apart.
Really?
Yeah. And I kept getting confused. I'm like, okay, which one's which?
I'm sure they do that all the time.
They like their grandmother's clotted custard pudding.
Whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
Sure, it's good stuff.
Yeah. But they're all very nice.
Oh, I'm jealous. That's very cool.
And for the expo itself, they brought all of the props, and they had this big auditorium that had the props in it, that had the Horcruxes and the hollows, and you get to do a bunch of cool stuff. You get to take a picture by like the Hogwarts Express, and you by the Great Hall, and Pottermore was there, the website, and they were sorting people. I got sorted into Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
And for years I've been a Gryffindor. I was having a major breakdown over there. I'm like, no, I'm a Gryffindor.
Now we all know, if you know anything, and I don't know a lot, this is a Slytherin. If I ain't never seen one. Okay. Let's be serious. She ain't no damn Hufflepuff.
So how did they do that? Did they give you like a little quiz to take or something?
When they were doing it, you could do it online, or you can do, or where I was at, they can just sort you right on the spot with that.
Okay. Also, you actually got to sit up there in the stool.
But I also did the online quiz.
Okay.
And the funniest thing is you would think that Gryffindor is righteous and they do the right thing, and they're brave, but they're also good. But a lot of people tell me they're more like Slytherin than you would think. It's just there are more bad wizards that come from Slytherin than Gryffindor.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've heard that. Shut up.
The quiz that I did, I was honest, and I'm like, a lot of my answers were true to.
If you have to say that you were honest, you weren't honest. let's just be so serious. If you have to preface with that, girl, no, you weren't.
My personality, and so I got sorted into Hufflepuff. But I guess Hufflepuff would have to be the most good, I guess you would say. I don't know.
She is trying to make herself look so innocent. How dare you? How dare you sit here and be like, oh, I am totally innocent because I tested into being a sweet little innocent Hufflepuff. No, you didn't. She is playing this dude's fiddle, bro. This is so disturbing to watch.
That wouldn't be a bad one.
This is crazy.
At least it's not Slytherin.
True. Someone got Slytherin. He's like, yes.
That was you. That was you.
Did you hear she's writing another book?
No.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called. It's like it's based off the Harry Potter series. I forgot which character it's based off of.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope they make another movie. Well, they're gonna be making another movie, but.
Are they?
But this one is like 60 years before Harry Potter. It's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember that now.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the book I'm thinking of too. Maybe I just got it mixed up and they're just making movies.
I don't know.
Could be. Or hopefully there's
Exciting.
Yeah, I've read those books ever since I was little.
Oh, let's connect with your childhood memories to the murderer in the room. This cop is a softie.
Very cool. Jealous that you got to go down to that. Or people carrying around wands and.
Oh, it was Harry Potter mania. It was like everybody was in robes, everybody had wands.
He's too interested in her story for my taste.
And then at Disney World, I got to go to Magic Kingdom, and I went and danced the waltz with Prince Charming and Cinderella.
Really?
That was really fun.
What she did?
To Magic Kingdom, and I went and danced the waltz with Prince Charming and Cinderella.
Little Miss Wheelchair did the waltz?
Really?
That was really fun.
That's what I said.
My mom and I
For shame. That's what I said. Hagrid is turning in his grave. How dare you, Gypsy?
the Disney dining plan,
That's
which
crazy. The manipulation is top tier. Let's be so
A
serious.
human being
Damn.
cannot eat this much food.
Somebody literally needs to dissect her brain when she passes away. Whenever she passes away, somebody needs to make sure that her brain gets donated to science. Because what? She's wild. She really can just like quick with it, bro. Like I'll give her that. She's really good at being a piece of shit. Like not even a joke. Damn.
My mom and I got the Disney dining plan, which is unlimited food.
Okay.
A human being cannot eat this much food.
Too much food?
And we went and eat at Chef Mickey's. I had way too much sugar. Whenever you go anywhere in Disney, they try to pump you with sugar.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the night, it was closing time. I was so filled with sugar that I was dancing up and down Main Street at Magic Kingdom. And then it's kind of because of the park.
Dancing up and down Main Street at Magic Kingdom, Little Miss Wheelchair, one more time.
I had way too much sugar. Whenever you go anywhere in Disney, they try to pump you with sugar.
Mm-hmm.
By
That's
the end
your
of the
choice.
night, it was closing time. I was so filled with sugar that I was dancing up and down Main Street at Magic Kingdom. And then it's kind of because
So she's a 5-year-old with a sugar rush. Miss Ma'am. Shut up.
the park was all closed.
She
The
gets my-
castle was there.
Oh, damn.
And
That's a lot.
I go through the castle and I touch the railing and I'm like, there's nobody else here.
So they got y'all hopped up on sugar at 11 o'clock.
I can't believe how immature she's getting away with acting. It's disgusting.
It was the biggest sugar crash ever.
I bet. I went to Disney World probably like 15 years ago now. The only thing I remember, probably even longer than that, was the big subway thing that was up on.
Oh, the monorail.
Yeah, the monorail to ride around. I
Mhm.
thought that was so cool. And then I think it was Epcot.
Mhm.
They had a bunch of different flavors of soda or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I went through that.
Yeah, well,
You tried Beverly?
there was your
That's the really bad one.
Beverly.
Mm-hmm. That's the icky tasting one.
Was it?
She's got way
Yeah,
too much
they say-
information about Disney. It
This
just tells
is
how
Germany,
freaking
but
much of a
they
brat she
import it
was.
in especially for that, just for the icky taste.
That makes sense. I'm sure that didn't help your sugar rush at all.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm like, well, these get that.
entertaining her
Tear me to
bullshit.
Drink it. So I'm like, I take a full cup and I chug it all down at once. Swallow it, no bad taste. I'm like, I want more. And
Really?
then Mom's like, no, you have to sip. I'm like,
Was she drinking alcohol? Because I don't believe it was sugar.
I don't remember any really bad one. It was so long ago though. What did it taste like? Just
Why are you asking her? Why are you asking her questions? Why are you digging into more details? He should be answering yes, no, that's cool. Like, you shouldn't be asking questions, bro. I'm sorry, but he's not the one that talks to her. So I don't like how friendly he is with her. I just don't.
things in a very, very bitter taste.
Right?
And
those Germans are crazy. You never know.
Ooh.
now you know they're building a new section in Animal Kingdom, Avatar Land.
Really?
Mhm.
Based off the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
And they're gonna have the big tall blue people and everything.
I didn't hear that.
Mhm.
I guess I'm not surprised. Avatar was pretty big.
Yeah, it was. It was good, and they're actually coming out with 2 more movies.
2 more?
Yeah,
Really?
it's not until like 2 years from now.
Okay. Like, all those special effects, they probably take a long time to make.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But my mom and I go down there probably once every 2-3 years.
Okay.
We save up our money, and we usually like to stay 3 weeks
It's
in
expensive.
Florida,
Wow.
just so we don't rush, because
3 weeks? 3 freaking weeks? What? Bro, okay. Oh my God. We spent like $7,000. We had stuff from the Make-A-Wish people, and they gave us money to spend. They gave us $1,000. It was me, Ariel, Slade, and my mom. And they gave us $1,000 spending money, and they paid for all the tickets and stuff. But we ended up all together with that $1,000 because I had literally just got my tax return. This was back when I was making like $13 an hour doing infertility, data entry, helping people get their medication sent to them, working for CVS Health in a big old building, paying everything on my own. And the tax returns back then were delicious. Now I got to pay in every year, but you know what? That's just how it was. So I literally got my tax return money the day that we were flying out. It is the only time I will ever gotten on an airplane. And my other kids feel the same way too. That shit was scary. That shit was scary. But being able to like go to different restaurants, eat out all the time, buy the stuff that, you know, people want to buy and go do all the things. Oh, we spent some money and we weren't even there for a whole week. We were not even there for a whole week. 3 weeks? How were they affording to be in Florida for 3 weeks at a time? 3 weeks? That's crazy. DeeDee didn't have a job. She got child support from Rod. I don't know what else she was doing for money. I don't know any of those details yet. I don't know. 3 weeks? Even back then, that is expensive as hell. That's somebody had to have been helping them. Some organization had to have been helping them. It is hella expensive. My God. Just going to like the regular like little department stores, the little mall areas was so much different than what we were used to in the Dallas area. Oh my God. That's just crazy. 3 weeks? Every couple of years going down for 3 weeks. Holy shit.
There's so much to see.
I mean, maybe.
You can't do it all in one day.
Right.
Because that's a lot of money.
Have to park one day, take a day off, have to park the next,
Okay.
and go like that.
You know, tire yourself out.
Right.
That otherwise, after 3 days, you're like, oh, I just want to go home.
What the shit?
At the end of the trip, I was pretty tired. And then my poor mom got kidney stones there at both places, Universal and Disney World, 12 of them. And she had to be taken by ambulance to Celebration Hospital.
Really? That's not a very enjoyable vacation.
Well, I mean, besides the kidney stones, that was an awesome vacation.
Just a little hiccup on the road, huh? 3 weeks before. Wish I could swing that. That'll never happen.
I'd love 3 days somewhere. 3 weeks every couple of years? What?
I'm trying to think how much it costed. It's pretty expensive.
You can imagine. Disney's not a cheap place.
But it helps if you stay at a value resort instead of a moderate resort.
Okay.
Because all you're doing is basically sleeping and taking a shower there.
Right.
The rest of the time you're at the park or doing something
Yeah, you're doing other stuff. Especially in Florida, the last place you want to be is inside your hotel room.
Right. And even the hotels, even the value ones are wonderful. They have pools and they have trivia night and movie night. So much to do.
How far away is Universal from Disney? Are they pretty close to each other?
They're about 45 minutes apart.
Okay, so that's not too bad. I always wanted to go to Universal. So never got.
It's fun. They have a lot of stuff besides the Harry Potter thing. They have a lot of roller coasters. I'm not quite a thrill ride person though.
Okay.
But they have things like Despicable Me rides. Shrek, Transformers.
When Ariel saw the Grinch, she literally like tackled him, giving him a hug.
I love those movies.
The minions, you're
They're
so
so funny.
cute.
Got little guys
The
running
fact that
around
she's just like,
everywhere.
she's just like looking at him, like engaging with him, trying to have this conversation, and it's just a lot. It's just super lot.
And they have a parade. And for the parade, they had. Have you ever seen the movie Hop? It has the bunnies.
I was going to say,
bunny.
that's it as a bunny, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
Okay, well, they have these 3 bunnies, and they're kind of like the Secret Service bunnies that protect the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
And
Like Secret Service.
right. And there's some girl bunnies, and they wear like little berets. And one has asthma, so she carries an inhaler. And I have asthma, so we both took out our inhalers and took
The one that you didn't take with you, just like you didn't bring your seizure meds. You only brought your Vicodin.
Theme parks are fun.
Girl's so full of shit.
I've been on vacation, and I don't want to think about it. Mostly taking vacation talk. Making me jealous.
Well, the best time to go to Florida is in January.
January.
don't ever go to Disney World in December. They say Christmas is beautiful. It is, but it is the most crowded possible.
I think Disney World gets really crowded.
Because she's the pro, right?
Mom and I had went for
She should be
Christmas
banned
Day
from Universal and
one
banned
time,
from Disney and
you
banned
couldn't
from the
even
internet.
See the floor.
Really? You weren't thinking Christmas Day would be that crowded.
Well, I thought since they showed the parade on the TV, Disney World Christmas Parade, that it was on Christmas Day that they have the parade. They film it like 2 months early.
Did they really? Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so I'm like, oh, wait, no parade.
Interesting. That's gotta be strange. Like October doing a Christmas parade.
Yeah. It's one of their little secrets.
Should they have a lot of those?
She needs to be banned
And
from
if
everything.
you ever do get to go to is it Hollywood and Vine to Disney's Hollywood Studios and have dinner or lunch with an Imagineer. That's really amazing. Imagineer is who basically makes the parks, thinks of the ideas for all of the architecture, layout, the brains. And you get to ask some questions and find out inside scoops about different things. And I'm a huge animal lover, I don't know if you can see from my shirt. But at Disney's Animal Kingdom, I wanted to make sure that the animals were being treated right. So I asked him, I'm like, are the animals happy here? Or, you know, are they happy like they would be in the wild, basically? And they're like, they're treated very, very good here. And they do have a program that the money that they make from certain things at Disney World, they give to, like, say, Africa to build natural barriers from elephants to humans or something that can protect the animals, even in Africa. So,
She just talks about a bunch of useless. Nothing has anything to do with what you're there for, girl.
Let's go.
and let's see what else.
Yeah, what else can you talk about?
I have some friends that are going to work for Disney.
Really?
A girl from Springfield, she was like, I really want to work at Disney. So she's like, I'm moving to Florida, and she got an interview, and she's now working at Disney.
Do we know who this is?
But that'd be a pretty fun job.
I'd want to.
What is she doing there?
Right now, I think she's working in a restaurant.
Okay.
You can start small, work your way to the top.
Exactly. Oh, that's good for her. That'd be fun. Be crazy, I bet. So many people all the time.
I know. Me, I'd go work there because I love children, and I'm like, that'd be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what? What was that?
All work your way to the top.
Exactly. Oh, that's good for her. That'd be fun. Be crazy, I bet. So many people all the time.
I know. Me, I'd go work there because I love children, and I'm like, that'd be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I do something similar to it. Have you ever heard of the 501st Legion? They're the 501st Legion of Star Wars. They're a costuming group that they're the people that dress up like the stormtroopers, like officially. And
Is that the group that Dan was a part of? Like, I know that there was like a group of people that dressed up and stuff for that VisionCon thing, but I don't know if this is that or something different.
they go to hospitals and
Great.
things for charity.
Okay.
Well, I have armor that's a Mandalorian armor, like Boba Fett, but pink.
Okay. Very
It
cool.
is. Ugh. So she just out here telling all her little life secrets in one way, shape, or form. What the frick, bro? No couth, no give a shit.
So
Insane.
So you go to hospitals and stuff, and we're at.
Could you imagine?
Very cool.
Could you
it's a
imagine?
lot of fun, and it just makes you feel so happy inside.
I bet.
Girl.
So is it the full on outfit then?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
full armor. The only thing is,
Is it hard to walk in?
yeah, no, not really. The armor is pretty lightweight. They made it lightweight for me, but the helmet's kind of heavy.
Sore neck after a day's work.
Yeah.
For real,
And
like
you have
I
to
don't
wear
care
a
how much you
certain
like
kind
kids,
of,
bro.
Shirt underneath. It has to be like all black
Mhm.
because at the tips of my boots, like right here, has some pink armor. Then I have right here that's armor. My gauntlets light up and they're pink.
She just
my
really does
chest
want to just talk
plate.
about herself. Yeah.
And
Anything
I have
that she can
a pink
say,
backpack.
anything to make her sound like she was just always living her best life and getting everything she wanted and having no issues. She doesn't want to put on any sort of anything that's going to make people think that she had ill intention towards her mother. So she's making everything sound like everything was hunky dory because this is literally how her life was. There's no way that DeeDee would sit there and film her doing the shit from Frozen and play the guy's voice in the background if she didn't actually give a shit about her daughter. She's genuinely in the back of that camera just playing along with the dumb shit. And then to know how like bad DeeDee's health was like towards the end there and all the actual details of things that we were told lies about for a decade practically. I mean, it's just disgusting how this ended up going. So it never matters how a court case actually ends up because there's always a bunch of bullshit and stuff done in secrecy in the shadows that they just hope never comes out. They just hope that something else happens and it gets people's attention and people just move on and it never comes to light. She didn't probably think anybody was ever going to give a shit. There's like millions of people that give a shit. I just don't understand how she was given access to the internet. That should have been a stipulation of her like being out of jail, period. Like you are not allowed internet access ever. Stay off of it. I don't even care if you go to college. You better go to the library, get a textbook because you're not using the internet. There should have been stipulations.
Okay. Wow.
And mail.
So how far do you travel to go to these hospitals? Or just like, is it one main hospital that you go to?
Well, it depends on where our group, how many of our group is wanting to do it and
Okay.
who can do it. Usually the hospital or the organization puts in a request. We
Okay.
consider it and see if it's, if it's something we should do.
Right.
And then after that, we check, see how many members are available, and then we do it.
Very cool.
But we don't do birthday parties because, we're
It's not the same.
right.
So she's like admitting to like being a part, or she's trying to say that she's a part of this group, like an actual part of this group that goes out and entertains children. Is that what she's trying to say here?
And we would be swamped.
Right. So do you guys just kind of walk around and talk to people and take pictures, or do you put on a skit?
Well, we usually what we do is we put on the armor, and it depends what character. We're usually not allowed to talk or take off our helmets.
Okay.
So we're supposed to be in full costume as long as we're visible. We have handlers. That's someone to say, okay, you need to take
What a
a
word.
break now.
Okay.
And you go in the back and you take a break, get something to drink, and you go back out there and you just take pictures and you pose with your.
She really is acting like she's part of this group that goes out there and entertains children dressed up as these characters, which I know that she went to VisionCon, and I know that she has this costume on top of hundreds of other costumes. But as far as I'm aware, she wasn't actually a part of that organization that actually went around and traveled and did that stuff. Unless I missed something, I don't feel like she was an entertainer herself. I think she's just trying to sound like she's involved in something that she's not.
That's cool.
Trying to keep this guy's attention.
Does it really depend?
It really depends, really.
So,
Yeah, it all depends, really. Mm. Look, she's thinking, what else can I say? Oh, he did it for her. Why are you asking her questions, bro? I don't like your inquisition. I don't like your interest. I don't like it.
Let's see. Well, I'm a hurricane
No, so she's lying.
survivor, so is my
Of
mom.
course.
We moved there in 2006, but we lived in Aurora, Missouri for some time, and we just moved into that house, the Habitat for Humanity house, in 2008. So we lived in Springfield since 2008.
So 7 years.
When you guys go to Florida, did you drive?
No, we flew.
Well, okay. Yeah, I feel like Missouri to Florida would be kind of a long drive. Probably almost.
Not to mention we had to go up to go down.
Yeah.
Because we had to go to Chicago and then to Florida.
Oh, for the flight?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. That'd be a long flight, though. Especially from all the way to Chicago, and you probably sit in Chicago for an hour.
But the airport in Chicago is really pretty because they have, in this one section of it, there's this big gold globe of the world, and then surrounding it they have all the different flags of all the countries,
Okay.
and that's at the Chicago airport, so it's really pretty.
Yeah, I like that airport. To ride the trains around.
Mhm.
It's always fun.
I'm trying to remember, where was that airport that I'm thinking about where they had the creepy skeleton thing?
You just orchestrated the murder of your mother. You ran away with her body there, and you wrote all kind of crazy shit on Facebook, and you know what you're there for, and you just keep bringing up all these memories of your mom with no conscious reaction to anything, and now you're talking about creepy skeletons. Okay.
Creepy skeleton is a piece of art. It's horrible. Okay.
Doesn't sound like a very good piece of art.
But have you ever heard the story? I think it's a Greek story, and I don't remember the name of it offhand. But it's about a father that made wings for his son, and his son flew too close to the sun.
And then they melted.
Right.
The wings were made of wax. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of what it's actually called.
Me neither.
Why
But
are
I
you
remember
talking
the
about
story.
In college, I guess.
And anyway, they had this piece of art of the skeleton and the wings.
Okay.
And I just can't remember what airport that was at. I think that might be the New Orleans airport.
It's an odd statue to put in here.
This is not true. Munchausen syndrome by proxy was never a diagnosis that DeeDee was ever given, ever. And her medical history, Gypsy's medical history, proves that there were things wrong with her. She actually has a microdeletion disorder, and all of the appointments that she was going to, that DeeDee was taking her to, that DeeDee was told to take her to by these doctors, were because until the diagnosis was found of the microdeletion, they didn't know what was wrong with her. There are medical problems, so much so that Gypsy made sure to apparently test to verify that the issue that Gypsy has was not going to be crossed down to Aurora. There was apparently some testing done either during pregnancy or right after she had Aurora, but I think it was done during pregnancy to make sure that this wasn't something that she passed down to her. So no, the Munchausen stuff was something that was orchestrated by the attorneys after old Krusty, dear old stepmommy, told them a bunch of bullshit that she really had no right to even say anything about because they were not present in Gypsy's life. Rod and Christy were completely okay with sending a check and not dealing with Gypsy because having her go on their vacations with them was just going to be too much work. Because according to Rod, he was really under the impression that some shit was going to happen. He was being told all these things and really thought that she was really honestly sick, but it didn't make him want to go see her anymore. She could have died at any minute according to everything that they knew, and he didn't give two shits to do anything but send that little child support check. And to make himself feel even less guilty than he actually did, without the court order, he started sending her even more money because he felt guilty for being a piece of shit father. So nothing about Munchausen, nothing about them actually thinking that there was an issue here ever even came out about anything until after Christy started talking to Gypsy's attorneys. You cannot diagnose someone with Munchausen by proxy or Munchausen or anything else if they're not alive. That's a psychological evaluation, something that actually has to be dug into. And as the medical history proves, Gypsy had issues. The doctors were trying to figure out what was actually wrong with her. And once the diagnosis was found, all of the medical stuff almost came to like a halt, besides going in and doing the checkups for what we knew was wrong with her. Yeah, DeeDee has her own issues, stuff that we will be getting into that there's facts for. But to say that she had Munchausen is false. That's a narrative that was put out to the media because there was a sweetheart deal done, and Nick was the one who everything was put on while Gypsy got away with everything. So, of course, they had to make her a victim when she wasn't. She actually will admit that she didn't even think anything about any of it until after her and Christy got off the phone. Because it wasn't true. It was a story. A good one. And everyone believed it. That's the facts.
And it always scared me. I'm like, what is that? It looks like a gargoyle. And Mom's like, it's from a story. It's a piece of art.
Yeah, Rod's a loser.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing to put in the airport. I remember when Body World was in Milwaukee.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Is that the thing with the bodies?
Yeah. And yeah, with like the muscles and everything. Well,
that's in Kansas City.
Is that triggering something for you, Gypsy?
Advertise it being. Yeah, it's a very strange thing to put in the airport. I remember when Body World was in Milwaukee.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Is that the thing with the bodies?
Yeah. And
that's actually something I've always wanted to go see.
Well,
but the fact that she can sit here and talk about that, and if y'all don't know what that is, I don't know if they still do it anymore. I think it was called World of Bodies. Yeah, so it's real bodies that were given to science that are displayed in true form. I'll show y'all the page real quick. It's something I've always wanted to go to, but I do have a criminal forensics degree, so me wanting to look at this stuff shouldn't surprise anyone. They take your body and they put it in a certain position to show what the body would look like. They even do animals. Like, these are all real pieces. None of it's fake. It's real biologics. They do all kinds of stuff. They used to go on a tour, and you could pay a ticket and go into like an exhibit, and you could see Allentown, and then San Jose seems to be the only places that they are here. Student guide. Like, all these are real bodies. So the fact that she knows that, right? Look, you can even like body donation. See, that's a real body that they've just put in a position. Now there's even one where they have a body laying out completely flat, but it's cut into sections and it's laying on these wires from the ceiling, and there's just like a few inches of space like in between, so that you can actually see like all the different layers of the human body like throughout the entire body. It's freaking cool as shit. But I've always wanted to go to that. But I just find it interesting that we know what she knows she's there for, and she can just kind of like talk about that kind of thing, and there's like no reaction. Thinking about death and thinking about bodies and blah, blah, blah. And there's just no reaction from her. I just find that crazy as hell. Crazy as hell.
To advertise it being in Milwaukee, I remember they put a couple skeletons in the airport. And I always thought that was a little strange.
Oh, now she's having a reaction. The skeletons in the airport freak you out?
Being in Milwaukee, I remember they put a couple skeletons in the airport. And I always thought that was a little strange.
Oh, that gave her the heebie-jeebies.
So much. It came to Kansas City in Missouri, and I didn't even want to go because at first I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting, because my mom, she was going to college to be a nurse. So I'm like, well, that's interesting. Maybe we can teach me a few things. And but once I found out they came from real bodies,
actual
people, I'm like, oh no.
Scared you off a little
Not
bit.
doing it.
I think she's full of shit.
That is just sick.
Yeah, it is, Gypsy. You know what else is sick? Recording a video as you're trying to tell your autistic boyfriend how you want him to repeatedly do this to your mother on the camera so that he gets the motions right. That's what's sick. Not science. That. You, Gypsy. You are what's sick. I cannot believe the ridiculousness.
Interesting art museum exhibit. I thought it was pretty cool.
You're brave. In Kansas City, they have Union Station, and a lot of things travel there. And the most interesting thing that I went to see was Princess Diana's dress, her wedding dress.
Mhm.
They had the exhibit that came over from London, and it had.
She sure got to live a big life, didn't she?
And they had the
For someone who was so
wedding
suppressed.
dress.
Suppressed, oppressed, not allowed to live. She did all kinds of shit.
Scrolls.
Wow.
That was another exhibit. Titanic was another exhibit. So, a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, apparently. You see it all.
And put the gloves on his hands. He walked in and she gloved him up before handing him the knife. How considerate. That part too.
Do you need anything? Are you thirsty or anything? Still got your apple juice? Okay.
I got my apple juice.
Remember, if you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you.
I can't stand her.
Are you a big fan of the barbecue then?
See? Why'd you have to ask her that question? Why are you thinking of food after talking about dead bodies and now you talk about barbecue? Why are you asking her these questions? Like, it'd be one thing if it was just her asking questions, but he is actually intrigued and entertaining a conversation with this psycho. I don't like it.
Barbecue.
Living near Kansas City. I think
But they're not going to try their barbecue.
No. What else is down there that I can think of?
Traveling through, a few days ago, whenever I was traveling on the bus, I saw the St. Louis Arch. It's always something I've wanted to do when traveling by bus. You get to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, wow.
I remember when I was flying once, our plane had a malfunction. It actually started on fire.
Oh my God.
So then we did an emergency landing in St. Louis, and that's the only time I've ever seen it. But I've always wanted to go on top of it.
Why are you telling her your business?
Well,
Pretty cool.
ever since I saw that program on TV, it was by TLC or History or something like that.
Right.
Life After People, and it shows
That's really
what happens if all the people in the world disappeared. And the St. Louis Arch at the very top, at the very center, there's a weak spot. So if that falls, the two pieces connecting will fall
okay.
because there will be no people to maintain it.
Right.
And corrosion
You mean
will
like bazillions of
happen,
years from now?
different things like that.
Are you
It's
wild?
so interesting. So I'm like, I want to go see it.
See it before it can fall.
Yes, she wants to go and see it before all of humanity is gone for thousands of years. The entertainment level that he is alluding here is crazy. I
You can go
know.
up it, and there's like windows and stuff that you can look out over the middle. Almost positive. I just went to Chicago.
Mhm.
There's what's
Talking
called
to
Skydive.
himself.
Have you ever heard of that?
Losing his ever-loving mind, talking to himself. Reliving everything that was ever said between him and Gypsy about the situation, losing his shit. She's over there flirting with a cop, sipping on some freaking apple juice. I know.
I can't think of what building
Insane.
it is, but it's like 150 10 floors up or something like that. And they built like an extension on the building, and it's all glass. So you step out and you look.
Oh my.
I mean, there's obviously a floor because you're standing on it, but it's see-through, so you can see the. It was really cool.
Oh my god.
Wow. That sounds neat.
What a
I'm
pick
not
me,
afraid
bro.
of heights. I'm afraid of
Man.
the opposite. It's called megalophobia, and it's big things. So say if I was right here, this is the end of this arch, and here looking up, that would scare me to death.
Really? So you would probably do very well in a big city then, huh?
No. I've been to Kansas City so much.
What? Did she just say she has megalophobia? And she can't be next to big things? Persistent fear of large objects. Like tall buildings and skyscrapers, large statues, monuments. While she's sitting here talking about all of the skyscrapers, I can't even talk. She's getting me so aggravated. While she's sitting here talking about all of the big things that she has gone and seen in her life, she's also sitting here saying that she's scared of big objects, scared of large vehicles such as buses, trains, or ships, scared of big animals. She's talking about elephants and shit and giraffes while being scared of big things like that. Like, look, I'm going to share this page so you can see all the things that she's been talking about the whole freaking time. All of the things that she's sitting here telling this guy that she's scared of are all the things that she's been saying that she's been like seeing over the last few years. Statues, monuments, sculptures, natural features like mountains, lakes, or oceans, expansive places such as stadiums or open landscapes. Everything about Disney World and the Universal Studios should scare the ever-living shit out of her. What do you mean, Gypsy? And the arch, too. Like, what? And let's just be serious. And I'm not trying to throw shade because I'm a big girl, too. But a homegirl. Doesn't Ryan fit into that? Like, he's like way up here and he's way bigger than you. Ken is like 2 feet taller than you. So you don't get freaked out sitting next to them. I hate her. Damn. I hate everything about this girl. Planes too. Like, what? She just heard that word somewhere and decided to use it. She's so full of shit. Full of shit.
That because my hospital was there, because I had a bunch of different specialists, and I go for dermatology and different things like this, and dental there. So we would stay weeks at a time in Kansas City, and we would have the bad stuff, which would be the doctor's appointments,
Right.
and then the good stuff, which would be the fun stuff, like going to the plaza, and it's just basically a bunch of expensive shops, but it's quite pretty. See the plaza lights at night. And
She really
Union
just wants to be able
Station,
to
Grand Center.
show what a great life she's lived, huh?
So there's been some interesting things to do there.
I had like 6 going to different ones and seeing how they're different. In Kansas City.
It's called the they have a lot of fountains.
Is it?
Yeah.
You mean
I always
big scary
call it-
ones?
It's kind of a bad joke, but
Oh.
I call it Paris for hillbillies.
Paris for Italy. I like it.
Girl, you like it. Ugh, take your badge and throw it away.
Oh, but if you ever get to go there,
Yes.
make sure you go to Nelson Atkins Museum.
Nelson Atkins
It's
Museum.
an art museum.
Okay.
I don't know if you like art or not, but they have the statue of the thinker that's there.
Like the guy who's like.
Like me, I took a picture, but I did the whole thing. And they have a real mummy.
Oh, so a
it's
real
just
mummy
bunch
is
of
fine. A
art.
real mummy, which is a real body, you dumbass, that's fine. But talking about the other exhibit with the real bodies gives you the heebie-jeebies and the bullshit. See how she's so back and forth? She can't even stay consistent.
And beautiful things, statues. It's huge.
Really?
It's huge. That means you were scared of it, right? All the statues. That means that you were scared of it, right? Like, I'm going to nitpick everything that she says because what? Her saying that she had megalophobia and then talking about all of these big, huge things that she has gone and seen is throwing me everywhere right now. What's going on?
It's across from the plaza. And as far as I know, it's free.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
That's even better then.
I think the only thing you have to pay for is in case you want to see the traveling exhibit, which would be.
And she's supposed to be a freaking scared. Yeah, she's supposed to be a freaking scared. So, I don't know, like, what? She had to have just seen that word like the day before and decided to use it because I'm sorry. I can't.
First come in,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the first area. But other than that, it's the museum.
He's allowing her to do it.
Is it half in Missouri and half in
in
Kansas?
Kansas.
It is, right?
Yeah, they
The
have
river.
KCK and KCMO.
I cannot believe he's just entertaining her.
Is it a pretty big river then?
It's pretty big. And, but the only thing is,
So you should be
St.
scared of
Louis,
it.
I call it the daddy city, Kansas City is the mama city, and Springfield is the baby city.
Okay.
She's wild as hell.
And to get to the mall, you have to go out of Missouri into Kansas, then back into Missouri, because that's how the road goes.
That's crazy. Just to go to the mall, you gotta leave the state. So how far is Springfield from the border then? That's more towards the center of the state, isn't it?
I hope
Or is
so,
it right on the
bro.
border, too?
It is.
I hope he hears,
Exactly.
because I know that I can't be the only one saying some shit. All right. So I don't know if he's out here realizing that these tapes are out here and people are judging him for being a really idiot person or what. But bro, you should not be a cop. If you're gonna sit there and entertain things to the point where you're asking her personal questions and travel questions and all this other bullshit, this is going way beyond good cop, bad cop. I'm gonna try to just make her comfortable stuff. Like this is a level it should have never gotten to. Honestly, once they heard this conversation happening and the way that he was entertaining it and asking questions to her even after she stopped talking, once they realized how into the conversation he was, his post should have been changed out. Somebody wasn't paying attention.
The center. But let's see. But let me just shake it. It's like right here.
Okay.
And Kansas City would be here. St. Louis would be here.
Jeez, I don't know.
Gotcha.
And Branson would be down here.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of.
So as far as I understand, she's not technically under arrest right here. I don't really know what the legal standing would be for what she is at this moment, but they did handcuff her before they took her to the emergency room. So she's in there and she's not cuffed. I don't know where she was read her rights. This is like obviously not immediately after her arrest because we know that, or when she and Nick were taken in by the police, because we know that happened at his house and then they were taken in and now they've been separated. And I don't know. There's also been some hours. So I don't know what happened in the front of the police building when she was first brought in, but they do not let her go to the emergency room in order to get her medication situation handled without cuffs on. They put her in chains on her wrist and the whole chain thing that goes down to the ankles. So I don't really know what the stance is, but if they're doing that, I'm assuming that she's detained, right? Yeah, she's detained. Yeah, she's detained for sure because they did not escort her without her being chained up. And they're sitting here waiting for the local people from where her mom's body was found to get there to talk to her. And that's the guy in the blue shirt that walks in.
That's close to where I was thinking.
But that's where we're going to stop this. And
So
that'll
how
be
long
the
does
next
it take you to
week's.
get to Kansas City then?
From Springfield, about 5 hours.
Okay, that's a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not a day trip. Unless you want a really long day.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit my boyfriend upside the head if he did something.
And now I feel like I want to throw up. What do you mean? You're going to hit him upside his head if he did something? It's amazing to me, the things that she's just allowed to say.
I'm gonna hit my boyfriend upside the head if he did something.
Exactly.
He got arrested back last year for watching porn at a McDonald's.
So now this is where, so now she's painted she's painted DeeDee as being this great mom who has taken her all over the place to see all these things and always taken her to the doctor to make sure that she was well taken care of. And now this is where she starts to paint Nick as the bad guy. She's innocent. She has no clue. And she's going to start shit talking Nick. Now, this whole manipulation with Nick being the one to do all of this started like way early on. Like, I'm telling you now, she only went and found someone like Nick with the intention of using him as the same tool, the same way that she stole the knife with the intention of that being the tool. She, in her weird multi-personality disorder bullshit on the videos, literally said to Nick over and over and over again that she could never be the one to hurt DeeDee. She can never hurt Gypsy, as her crazy ass personalities. She can never hurt Gypsy and she can never hurt DeeDee, that it was always going to have to be somebody else. She played into that for years, knowing damn well that this is going to be the end result. And look how she's playing this. I'm going to pop him upside the damn head if he did something wrong. I cannot believe that she was just able to just say whatever she wanted to on that stand.
Something. He got arrested back last year for watching porn at a McDonald's. I told him never do that.
It's an odd thing.
Mm-hmm. He sure got an earful from me.
Oh, he sure got an earful from me. Mm-hmm. She is so full of shit.
Were you born in Louisiana?
Mm-hmm.
So originally.
Why are you asking her that? She shut up. She said something real freaking weird, and then she shut up. That would have been your cue to shut up. Instead, he's asking more about where were you born? Weirdo.
Were you born in Louisiana?
Mm-hmm.
So originally from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. Wish I could say I'm as good as a cook as my mom, but I'm just now starting to learn to cook macaroni and cheese.
There's nothing wrong with mac and cheese.
But my mom knows how to make pretty much anything cake.
Oh, really?
Gumbo especially. That's my
And notice she's constantly talking about her in the present on
I
purpose.
want to try gumbo.
Oh,
You ever
it's
see her
so
people talk?
good.
I'm a big crawfish fan.
Oh,
So,
It's
I never
crawfish
had
season right
crawfish
now.
and shrimp.
okay.
As far as seafood goes, I've had fried fish and shrimp.
Okay. Yeah, seafood's probably my favorite. It's really good. Shrimp is probably my favorite food of all time.
Sauteed shrimp.
Any kind of shrimp. Except for the coconut stuff. It takes away the flavor from the shrimp.
Never had that.
I love coconut shrimp. How dare you?
Coconut breaded or whatever it is. Something like that. I just like plain old shrimp.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
Okay, bubblegum.
I can either
Move forward.
fried or sauteed. Fried is spaghetti.
And spaghetti?
And spaghetti.
Can't say I've ever had it in spaghetti.
You mean Alfredo?
I think your shrimp's good.
I guess you can put it in a red sauce.
But one of the things is, it's kind of like a jambalaya.
Mhm.
So a spaghetti is similar to a jambalaya. You just have to add.
So what she's probably talking about here is a sauce piquant. It's not spaghetti. Most people do it with chicken, shrimp, crawfish. If she's going to try to compare it to that, it's a sauce piquant.
Oh, slightly different ingredients.
For jambalaya.
For jambalaya, you add your shrimp and your smoked sausage.
I love how
your
she's
other
trying to pretend like she knows what she's talking about.
But you put it over rice instead of spaghetti.
Oh, okay. I probably like that better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big spaghetti fan. Jambalaya's not very good though.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty tasty.
So jambalaya is dry. There is no sauce.
The only thing is, a lot of people ask me, "You're from Louisiana? Do you like alligator meat?" Like, no, never had it.
It's delicious.
The alligator tail ones. At least that's what they told me it was. It tasted like chicken, so it's probably chicken.
Frog legs are good too.
It was either at State Fair, Summerfest. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a big music festival in Milwaukee.
He is tainted. I wonder if that's a good question. I wonder if he's got a girl or if he is married and like they're watching this and seeing how he's talking to her. Oh, it's been out for a while.
Frog legs? Ever had frog legs?
No.
No?
Oh my God, fried frog legs are so
I'm
good.
kind of picky whenever it comes
We just
to
had some a few
eating,
weeks
like,
ago.
anything that doesn't sound good. I'm like,
It's true. No. That's good frog legs. That sounds delicious. That just doesn't happen. It has a point. Yeah, I wonder who thought of that. You know what? Let's open up a restaurant. Serve frog legs. I feel like that wouldn't be very good on the restaurant plan, but
no.
worked out for someone.
Worked out for lots of people, thank you.
And what I've learned is Cajuns and hillbillies don't have that much more of a difference.
No?
No,
Pretty similar?
very similar.
How so? How'd you get to this conclusion?
Yeah, please explain.
Well, they both have this way about them.
I think the shrimp boat thing's
that
coming.
They don't like to spend a lot of money, so they don't live in a life of luxury.
Okay.
Honey baby. So now Cajuns are broke folk that don't like good things or the finer things because they're your version of hillbillies. What? You've obviously never really experienced Louisiana ever. I know she lives there now, but there's just no way that you drive around Louisiana and think, yeah, no, there's ginormous houses and so much old ass money in Louisiana. It's disgusting to think about. She's crazy. She's crazy. She's really just kind of crazy. She's really just
in
wild.
Louisiana, it's you get married, or you're born, you grow up, you get married, you have kids, and it starts all over again. And that's pretty much how hillbillies are too.
Yeah.
Isn't that just life? Isn't that literally life everywhere on like every piece of land on this entire freaking planet? Is you're born, you grow up, you get married, you have kids, you die. Like that's literally everybody, baby. She's insane. She's just literally talking. She's doing like a lot of those Sigma Chi guys did. They just say shit to say shit. What?
And my mom was supposed to marry.
This is where it's
someone
crazy.
else to benefit the company of a shrimping boat, because my mom works on a shrimping boat with her dad, and it's just a tradition that a lot of Cajuns pass on to their kids. And instead, she met my dad, and anyway, she said that the guy she was supposed to marry's son and her daughter, me, was supposed to get married and make a union to benefit a company to stronger the shrimping business, make it more profitable. But I moved away,
So she was gonna be the innocent virgin daughter that got given off to the prosperous company, because we're back in like medieval times, right? She is absolutely off of her rocker. She is losing. She is so stupid. There's no other word for it. Gypsy, you're dumb. You are literally dumb. Literally dumb.
Arranged marriage.
What a dumbass. I cannot believe that she is lying.
I think it was Sherman Company.
Like, y'all realize like how little she was when Katrina happened and they had to leave Louisiana, right? So she's trying to say that there was already an entire an arranged marriage set up for her as the daughter of DeeDee because of the shrimp boat company that was in the family and blah, blah, blah. Before she could even like, what was she like? How old was she during Katrina? If this is 2015 and she's like 23, 24. Oh my God. I was in high school during Rita and Katrina, and we had to drive and get the hell out of the way. It was before my daughter was born. She was born in 2007, so that was 7 years prior to this. She was so young. She had to have been like, what, like 10? 14 feels older. She was young as shit. Young as shit. When the hurricane happened and they ended up getting out of Louisiana. So she just pulled this whole, like, this is that Disney princess. She feels like she is this person, like weird shit. Arranged marriages, like back in the freaking medieval times of kings and queens. Like, I'm sorry. No, ma'am.
I think it was
Girl, so full of shit.
Company. All I can think of is Forrest Gump.
I've only been trawling once.
Okay, how was it?
Not fun.
Not fun?
Not fun. Not for me. I don't like the smell.
Oh, but now she goes fishing with rods sometimes and posts pictures about it.
Smelly and
Fake ass
sweaty.
bullshit.
Can imagine. Probably hard work too.
My mom did more work. I was only like about 5 at the time.
Okay,
So
so you just got to hang out a lot.
yeah, I
You
used
probably
to
don't
spend
even
time
remember it
watching
then.
My grandfather do it.
Okay, very cool.
I'm not from New Orleans. I'm from a very, very small town in the southwest part of South. It's Golden Meadow, Louisiana.
Golden Meadow.
I actually dated a guy from there.
It's by Grand Isle.
Grand Isle. I'm trying to picture.
I actually don't know if he still lives down there or not.
Big cities near it that I can try and picture.
The closest thing would be New Orleans.
But that's
Because
not
it's like New Orleans is here, and there's a bunch of kind of like where Louisiana makes the boot shape, the tip of the boot,
cool. Okay. So
the
you're
very
way,
bottom of the boot.
okay. Gotcha. You're way out there. That'd have been cool growing up by the ocean though.
It's mostly swamps.
Okay. It's all nice.
You can't go swimming too much. It's muddy water.
Yeah, actually the border water down here, like all along from like where Texas really starts in the Gulf, like all the way through into like Mississippi, like all along the Louisiana borderline into Mississippi, I've never seen nice, beautiful, clear water. It's always just looked like funky all along the coastline, like because it's swamp and fresh water, and then it all meets salt water. There's a lot of brine. There's a lot. It's a big, huge mixture down there.
You think it's the ocean. You think it's all clean and everything, but it's all swamps.
Quite the opposite though.
I've only been to the ocean once.
Really?
And that was last year. My mom and I went to Cape Cod.
Vacations you guys take?
Oh.
Florida for a month? God.
And we went whale.
Why would you go to Florida for 3 weeks at a time and not take your ass down to the ocean? There's plenty of ocean to drive to. That's not very far in the area of Disney and Universal. We did it. Where did we go? Cocoa Beach, I think we went to, just to be able to say that we did. You go every couple of years, 3 weeks at a time, and you don't hit the beach in Florida? Girl, that's weird. That doesn't make sense.
Watching.
How's that?
But she also
We saw 9
very much pretends constantly like something that she's doing is the very first time, or like she's literally never done it before, because she wants to have that like, oh my God, how was it? Oh my God, it was your first time. She wants that freaking attention for shit. So I just don't even believe you. I don't believe you.
Back wheels.
9 of them
Mhm.
all together.
All together.
That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They come up real close to the boat too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very close. One even really lifted its flipper and it was like.
Really? Cape Cod. Did you go to South Africa too, or just pretty much Cape Cod in South Africa?
No, Cape Cod is in the U.S. It's in Massachusetts.
He just asked her if Cape Cod was in Africa. Let that sink in.
Did you go to South Africa too, or just pretty much Cape Cod in South Africa?
No, Cape Cod is in the U.S. It's in Massachusetts.
I'm thinking of the. I'm all confused. Now I know what you're talking about.
I've never been out of the country,
Okay.
sadly.
I'm trying to think of a little. I don't know. Brain fart. It's been a long time. I don't know. You didn't have any lobster when you're out there?
No,
Aren't they famous for their lobster?
I think so. The interesting thing is their cheese. They don't have yellow cheese. They
No.
have just white cheese.
It's all white cheese.
All white cheese. And
Everywhere
it's
has both.
cheddar. It's white.
It's white cheddar. Interesting.
And we stayed at the Cape Cod Resort. And it's weird because they don't have Walmarts in Cape Cod. They don't have McDonald's.
It's all little stores.
It's they have a Big K and a
Big
mall.
K. I didn't even know they had those anymore.
There's no Walmarts.
That's pretty much what they have. And they have a couple of other little shops, but that's about it. And at the resort that we were staying at, it's a very expensive, fancy resort. And the only thing is they have no washer and dryer.
Really?
And it was for a medical conference that we went. And it was for people with feeding tubes.
Okay.
And it was a lot of fun. We got to learn a lot, went to a lot of seminars. I went to Wellfleet, which is a conservation station. That's up by kind of like a hook. It's kind of like right here at the tip of the hook.
Okay.
And that was a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends.
Was it warm when you went, or was it cold?
They had chilly days and they had warm days.
Okay, so it was in the middle.
Right.
Not too bad. So,
Asking her about the freaking weather.
It's kind of far up there.
And then we got to visit with our friends that live in Boston, Mr. J and Miss Sarah. Mr. J works for the New England Patriots. He's, I think he manages Gillette Stadium.
Okay.
So he runs, helps with security
So
and
he's
all that.
one of the big guys.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
He used to work for the Kansas City Chiefs
Okay.
until he started working for the Patriots.
Very cool.
All these connections and all these people, and she couldn't just.
Not that time because they came to Cape Cod. We didn't go to
This has always been my thing with her. We know that she was lying about walking. We know because DeeDee found her with Dan, and she tells Nick that she had been lying to DeeDee about being able to walk. So basically, by the time that Gypsy Rose ran off with Dan and DeeDee had to go get her ass and bring her back to the house is when DeeDee found out a lot of the shit that Gypsy had been hiding from her. And that's when the dynamic in that house completely changed, completely shifted. Because at this point, DeeDee is very well aware that Gypsy is pretending to be younger with all these guys, not being honest about her age. She's doing all kinds of crazy shit online, and to the point to where now she's ran away with a guy that was married at the time. I'm pretty sure he was married at the time. That whole thing was crazy. There was an emergency room thing that went down, a hospital visit thing that went down ahead of time. There was a lot of weird shit that went down with the Dan situation too. There's also a lot of people that think that she might have actually met up with Dan at some point, after what happened with DeeDee, but before her and Nick went back to Nick's parents' house. A lot of people think that she was supposed to meet up with Dan and that she was going to end up just not showing back up with Nick. and he was going to get caught while she was off with this other person. Like, a lot of people think that that's probably what the situation was, but Dan wouldn't meet up with her or just didn't meet up with her. There's a lot to that situation too that I really want to dig into the truth of, because there's just been so much, like so much, especially since she's gotten out. There's been some more stuff about Dan being talked about. Yeah, she only spent 8 years. She got out in December of 2024, I think. Pretty sure it was December of 2024, because I can still envision her walking out with Ryan and that damn weird freaking, what was it, like an old ass Cadillac that he had with the Longhorn shit in the front of it looking all stupid. What date was Gypsy released? December 28th, 2023. Okay. December 28th, 2023 is when she got out. It was on camera, her walking out and then being in the hotel room together, and something about McDonald's French fries. And the whole thing was very weird. Very weird and uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. Didn't make the pit stop.
No. But next time.
Next time, there you go.
Okay.
Boston would be a cool city to go to. So would Cape Cod, though. That'd be awesome. I was thinking of Cape Town. That's in South Africa.
Oh,
so
okay.
I got the Capes. So
At least he figured it out.
wasn't that far off.
And then I got a football sign by the Patriots and the Chiefs.
Really? That's pretty cool.
That's whenever I'm a big fan of Tim Tebow, and he was working for the Patriots, so it was kind of like, please give me him. Unfortunately, he got traded
Okay.
before I got a chance to.
He's back playing football somewhere. Yeah, hired by someone again.
Talking sports.
Yo.
I have to say, I am a Green Bay fan.
Good.
So,
Very good. You have to be now.
yeah,
You're in Wisconsin.
big Green Bay fan.
You won't be when it starts getting cold.
That fake ass laugh is disgusting.
There you go. It's even warmer. I did always like Drew Brees. So did you leave Louisiana before Hurricane Katrina or after?
After our home was destroyed in the storm surge, we were living in Slidell, Louisiana at the time, which is basically north New Orleans.
Been there too.
And the storm surge was 23 feet, and we were living in the the Slidell projects, low income housing, and all the apartments were destroyed. But we evacuated ahead of time.
Okay.
And
That's good.
we went to a shelter, not the Superdome, but a shelter in Covington. And there we had met some friends, and one of them was from a DMAT worker from Springfield, Missouri. And she's like, well, my hospital is going to be sending down a helicopter and take you to Missouri since you have no other place to go. And we can relocate you because the hospital's they have a hospitality house and they'll take you in for right now.
Yeah, she had medical issues before Katrina. That's why she had so much help getting out of there.
That's how you ended up in Springfield. Sounds like you got pretty lucky.
Yes. And even our cats survived because our cats were left in the house. And they had got on top of the roof, and then when the water went down, they got back inside the house. And they're still living.
Are they?
They're old. Still living.
Pretty cool. Never had a cat.
They're
Yeah, didn't they have the cat at the house? Like, I wasn't too sure, but then I remember people talking about how she had a pet cat. So I guess that they just like left the pet cat to like starve to death in the house then? Because they just left after they did what they did to DeeDee. So if the cat was still living there, then yeah, they basically just like condemned the cat to starve to death. Because who knows how long it would have been before DeeDee was found if they wouldn't have posted anything on Facebook.
And I just recently got a new one. I found her when she was 3 days old. Her name is Sweetie Pie.
3 days?
Yeah. And
What was it like?
itty bitty bitty. What had happened was her mom was a stray, and some of the neighbors were quite mean to it and threw hot grease on the mom. And so what we did was we nursed her back to health. We cleaned her wound up. Well, she got pregnant. And we took care of her, fed her throughout her pregnancy. And even though when she was born, Sweetie Pie. And the only thing is, Carrie, my friend, had put all of the litter in a box. And she had wanted to take them in, but she offered me one. So I got to pick out one. So I picked out this little cute black and white one. And what I didn't realize at first was that she had 2 perfectly shaped black hearts on her back. She's all white, but has 2 perfectly shaped black hearts on her back.
Okay.
And I made her a Facebook fan page. So,
Sweetie Pie.
Yeah, so oppressed, but had open access to the internet.
Now she's 16 pounds.
That's
1 year old, 16 pounds.
It's a pretty big cat. It's a lot of food.
All she does is eat, sleep, and use the bathroom.
Isn't that the life? Eat anything?
No, sir. With my blinky.
My blankie? Did she say blankie?
Eat anything?
No, sir. With my blinky.
Sure, it's not the most comfortable blanket, but
It's better than nothing. I mean, you've been hungry all day and you've had a scary day. Like a blanket and a hand.
Yeah, part.
It's quite
With doors open. With the doors open, bro. In full on outfit. Crazy shit.
My Aunt Rachel's number. She lives in Kansas City. Only problem is I can't remember her number. God, as soon as I only know like 3 numbers offhand.
yes, I don't know as many as I should. That's for sure. Most of the numbers I know offhand are work numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, my mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
The only numbers that I know offhand. My mom usually keeps all the numbers in her cell phone or on a piece of paper at home. And the only ones that I know are my mom's number, Nick's number that just got arrested, and my friend Dan's number, but we're not on good speaking terms.
Why would you even mention him?
Yeah, it's all on my cell phone.
Mm.
All I have to do is tell my phone who to call now.
Oh, that's a smart one.
Yeah. Don't even have to look for their name anymore.
Wow. Technology is getting so.
It's crazy.
It must be late.
Don't mind me, this chair is just not very comfortable.
So he's standing up.
You should put one of those comfy chairs there.
Yeah. Sorry. That'd probably be too comfortable.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm gonna laugh at everything he says, even though it's not funny.
to use the bathroom at all or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Just give me a little heads up so I can try and get her to come back.
That's one thing I learned last week. I was at the ER and I was getting my feeding tube changed, and it took 6 hours in the waiting area. But
That is a long time to be waiting at the doctor.
Wasn't there something about that appointment? Not really appointment, or I guess it maybe would have been an appointment. I don't know. It'll be things that we go over, but I swear there was something mentioned about how Gypsy made sure that she went to the appointment to get her feeding tube thing changed out because she knew what was about to happen and that she was about to be leaving. So there was something about that specific change that she made sure she got to. Something like that with the timing.
An excruciatingly long time.
I want to call my eyes out long
6 hours.
in the waiting room. And then whenever I went to the hospital this time, I'm like, I was surprised how fast the nurse came to the room.
Oh, really? Usually it takes a while here, but not 6 hours. I guess we're used to 6 hours. 2 hours isn't bad.
Well, if you're escorted by a police officer, I guess.
She did, okay.
Quicker.
There's a lot of
That's what I
times out
thought.
there and it takes a long time.
I knew I'd heard that.
6 hours. That's. There's not enough magazines in the world for that.
It was a busy day. I think it was a Monday. It was a Sunday or a Monday, and it was extremely busy. A lot of people in pain came in. They had a woman with kidney stones come in. They had a woman that was, writhing in pain, and you didn't know what was wrong. And she was screaming. They had another girl that broke her arm. And they had another boy that broke something. It's just a lot of people.
Wow. There's a lot of emergencies happening that day. Made it a very long day for you.
The good thing is I don't get bored very often. I can keep myself occupied.
There's 4 minutes
My
left.
house, and you're in a waiting room for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a hospital. You have to
She
drive
doesn't
5
get let
hours to
go.
to.
No.
I mean, not till 8 years later.
Us down in Springfield. So.
Right. I hope if he has a wife, she sees this shit. It's divorced.
All right, doing
Working with
good.
Gypsy Rose. Can't do it.
All right. Very good.
It should be just another hour because usually they have to get here and they have to talk and get everything trained.
It should be 2 hours longer. It's already been like 2 hours since
Oh my God. 45 minutes.
He yawned and now she yawned.
He's still taking a nap.
Well, this didn't quite work on this one.
That's all right.
I briefed Lieutenant on. We'll get you released.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, sir.
sure.
So you're gonna get someone new.
So now his post is going to be
Well, thank you for keeping
switched.
me company.
Thank you for keeping me company. That's not what was happening, ma'am. What?
You are good. Thank you. All right. This time you came
was too. And then just the time I left that info. Excellent. So I think it's good. Okay. I think I'll double check. They may want you to do a supplement, but for right now, still good. Okay. Yeah, just let me know. All right. Pretty much. Want to give you that? I'll ask. You said answer right here. I think you'll give you the answer. Okay. How you doing?
Thank you. Good.
I'm Mike. And again, Steven's gonna come up and talk to you. All right?
Okay.
How you doing? Do you need anything?
No, sir.
No, you're all good? Okay. There's some paperwork of yours here. I'm just gonna leave it outside the door, so remember that it's here. How's the sandwich?
Oh, it's very delicious.
I think you're the first person I've ever heard say that.
Yeah, that should tell you how much she's full of shit.
I eat them both.
There you go. That's all right.
Someone's supposed to come and talk to me.
Detective from Missouri is gonna come talk to you. Okay. So I'm from Waukesha here.
Oh. So hopefully I'll be able to just talk to the detective and go to the house where I was at because that's where my stuff is.
Hopefully I can just talk to the detective and then go back to the house where I was at because that's where all my stuff is. Meaning Nick's parents' house.
Yeah, I'll be able to just talk to the detective and go to the house where I was at because that's where my stuff is.
I don't think a stranger has ever irked me this much before.
Okay, Gypsy. Is it Stan? Hi, Gypsy.
Okay. That's where we're going to end this. But maybe we should play this part just one more time. I love this part.
Your mom's dead. Okay. Now, what I want to ask you
Wait,
is
what?
your mom's passed
I
away.
hate her.
Okay, and she's deceased. All right.
God.
Now, what I want to ask you: did you have involvement in this? Okay. Just,
No.
hang on. Listen to me for just a second.
So
Okay?
pathetic. 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 My gosh. My gosh. I mean, there's only so much you can say for Gypsy freaking Rose, you know, and there's nothing she can say. These are all things that are coming out of her own damn mouth. There is nothing that's a lie. that nothing that she can say is defamatory or slander or anything else because everything is court record. She is the one who said these things, all lies in themselves, but us speaking about the things are not lies and nothing that she can do shit about. She can try, but here on YouTube, there are actual rules. And if you go around just being all stupid, willy-nilly striking people and trying to do things that aren't actually there, then you lose access to your own shit. So she can go ahead and try to play that game all she wants to. It's really not going to work too well. Plus, I'm really careful about the way that I put things out there. That's why most of everything that we go over that we do live are edited certain ways so that people can't try to use any of the YouTube rules. Now, when I go over there on the whole tickety talk and decide to put my little short things over there or my, hey, we did a video about Gypsy, like I do with my little reminders since I've been more over on TikTok. I don't know what she'll try to do over there, but the majority of my content regardless is the Idaho 4 case. This is just a Sunday situation because she makes me sick and the truth needs to be out there because this is just too much. It's a lot. Now, I heard the majority of this while I was trying to get it together and take out all the bullshit where she's sleeping and stuff like that. But the stuff that comes out of her mouth is still just as shocking, no matter how many times I listen to it, simply because we know that it's all bullshit. And that right there, that fake, oh my God, Miss Ma'am, you recorded a video telling your dude exactly where you wanted him to walk around, what doors to go through. You put the gloves on his hands. You stole the weapon. You stole baby clothes. You stole from your mama. You helped do all the things. Shut up. Shut up. Disgusting. Disgusting. But I do appreciate you guys being in here with me for 3 hours going through the half of this. Now, the next section, let me see how long the next section is, because it's when home dude walks in until they take her out. It is less. So this one was an hour and, maybe about the same. This one was an hour and 25 minutes. And the next one, it's about the same. It's like an hour and 27. Now, I'm not going to probably stop as much in the next one because it's the cop conversation. This one was just like, this is how she's sitting there. Like, she knows exactly what she's there for. She knows exactly what the hell happened. She knows exactly what's going on with Nick because he's the one that everyone's pointing the fingers at, including her. She's sitting here trying to put this huge front on about how she didn't have any qualms with her mom, and her mom was such a great mom, took her to all these places, let her see all these things, experience all these things. Oh, had such a little great life, did all this stuff, while saying all the bad stuff that she technically can about Nick without going too far and making it look obvious. I hate her so much. I really do. You can't help but use that word with her, because how could you not hate her? Knowing what she did, knowing that she literally used a person with disabilities, knowing that she cognitively has no conscience, that she has no empathy, no sympathy, no nothing, no humanness in there. How could you even consider her a human? I don't. And the more that we are going to go through the actual facts here, the less human she's going to look. Again, I don't understand why the courts did not stop her from having a child, knowing what she said in those damn tapes that it would happen. Okay, that's her mentality. That is her mentality. And then she names her Aurora, which is the exact same name that she was talking to Nick about naming the daughter that she was going to make him do things to, or allow him to do things to at a certain age. That she was going to make sure that the daughter knew that all of this disgusting, illegal shit that was going on behind the scenes was normal for them. That's what she was going to have happen if her and Nick would have had a child. And no judge thought maybe we should ixnay this shit and put a real special court order in so that we don't have more victims on our hands from this person. No. Just like they didn't put anything in her stipulations of release about internet usage either. They allowed her to get right back on the exact same tools that she used to do what she did. Down to the fact that here recently, over the past month and a half, 2 months or so, there's been an autistic man sending her money, sending her gifts, and not just her, stuff for Aurora too. And her excuse is, when people confront her about it, is, oh, he's autistic, it's completely innocent. Ma'am, shut up. With no respect whatsoever, with all the disrespect possible, shut the hell up. I'm done. I am done. I'm done. Thank you for spending 3 hours in here with me, because it was needed, and it's going to be needed again every Sunday. Probably the same time, 6:15-ish, because they're probably going to always be about 3 hours long. I'm not ever going to go past that. I'm going to try to make it to where we don't go past that, especially since it is a Sunday thing. It might be a little bit earlier. It really just all depends. We'll see. We'll play with it. Maybe we'll do an hour earlier next Sunday and see how that works out, because I know I have a lot of overseas people that would like to have lives earlier and things like that. And I don't want to ever do anything later for something this late on a Sunday. So maybe we'll play with the times a little bit and do it maybe an hour earlier next Sunday. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. But again, for all of your factual information, all of the FOIA information, medical record information, the videotapes, the evidence, there is a Google Drive and a shit ton of videos over on Into the Weeds podcast. Again, thank you so much for the hard work that you guys put in to get this information out there. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. And again, factual information over there. I don't know if they really get into the social media stuff. I know that whenever I look at their account, it doesn't really look that there's too much of that on there. But for the social media stuff, conspiracy, is on top of it really, really well. She is watching what Ryan is doing. She's watching all the crazy stuff with the little meth friend over there. She's watching stuff with Ken, and she comes out and she puts it out, and I really love her. I've liked her since I got in the game over here. I've always loved Conspiracy and how she puts stuff together. So I would go to her for social media and Into the Woods podcast for all of the other stuff. And 1980 Millennial also does little segments where sometimes she has a friend with her. Sometimes it's just her going over little snippets of stuff that she's going through, because the Into the Weeds podcast has such a ginormous amount of information in those Google links. They have a big old Google Drive the same way that we have for the Idaho case. I recommend not waiting for me, because we're only going to do this once a week. If you're trying to get some more information on why we are so adamant about this, go over there. Go over there, because damn, it gets worse. There is no, it gets worse before it gets better. It just continues to get worse. There's never a better in this entire situation. It never gets better. So again, thank you so much for the gifted memberships Into the Weeds podcast. I really do appreciate you guys. And thank you for being here, Miss Lindy J. Thank you for joining Twilight True Crime. Thank you for the 5 Tara, and welcome Laura to the memberships. Don't forget, we do a members only live every last Monday of the month, and we do a giveaway. So don't forget that. That's always super fun. As for the remaining week, we're just going to be doing things. We've got interviews and we've got reaction things to go over. We have stuff when it comes to Chris Hansen interviewing Christy Gonsalves. We also have a phone call between Detective Blaker in the Idaho case and Truth and Transparency that I really do want to go over, because he sort of does what this freaking cop did. Like, he starts telling Lana like all his personal business about him and his wife's schedule and the kids and the blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So it's just an interesting conversation. We also have the 1119 chick that I'm still trying to go through that information and do that one. And we're doing all of the exhibits that just recently came out. So it should be an exhibit in the morning and a live in the evening. And sometimes I might flop it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll just see what happens. But lots of stuff. It's definitely not going to be a quiet week. We're going to definitely be doing stuff every single day, because there's just so much that we still have to try to get into. Again, thank you so much for being in here. I appreciate you guys. What a crazy 3 hours. I'm going to try to find food to cook. It's going to be just a late dinner. Probably going to play some Rotato after this to clear my anger. Because damn. All right, you guys. I will see y'all either tomorrow or Sunday, depending on what you're here for. But I'm going to go ahead and roll this out. Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. All right, you guys. See y'all.